Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it. My name's J Mill. Hashtag Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be on this. All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Show.
Oh, here we are. This is gross outside. What's going on? By Odin's beard, there's lots of snow. Get out of here, snow. Everybody yell at the snow. Drive it out of town. Who was the guy that drove the rats out of town? Is that the Pied Piper? Who was the guy?
St. Patty?
That was the Snakes.
Oh, I have zero
Who
clue.
was the guy that drove the rats out of town? Somebody tell me in the nasty chat. Yeah, I should have known. Guess who's first one in the nasty chat today? Because I was wrong about something. My buddy Smitty the Welder, ready to punch me in the face right off the top of the show. You know what, Smitty the Welder? Why don't we just settle this right away? EST will fund half of it. You fund half of it. We'll get a Reid Wilkins punching bag made. And you can hang it in your basement. And then you can just go in there at your leisure with my image on it and just hammer away at it. How does that sound? Maybe we could get a sponsor to fund that.
There might be a few people who'd buy that.
There probably would be several people. There might be several thousands of people who would buy that. Certainly Smitty the Welder would be first in line.
It would do mammoth numbers.
He just can't wait. He just can't wait to jump on me. Hey, how about then Mammoth? Smitty, seriously? You don't think the Mammoth are a good hockey team? You don't think they'd be a tough test for the Oilers in a 7-game series? You don't think maybe they had a bad night?
No, they can't have a bad night, Reid. Teams can't have a bad night.
Just the Oilers.
Just the Oilers. Only the Oilers. No other team in the NHL can have a bad night. And if they have a bad night against the Oilers?
Smitty says, I don't need to punch you, Reid. Ronnie Oceanfront says, I would buy an Awanik punching bag. I might need that as well. Jamming 33 says, the Mammoth need a goalie. The Mammoth have a goalie. Vejmelka's a good goalie. He had a bad night.
Second in wins in the NHL
you watch him
this
once
season.
and he's good. What were they, 18-8-3 in their last whatever games? They've been very good the last little over a quarter of the season. Very, very good.
And career-wise, Vejmelka has never had strong performances against the Edmonton Oilers.
You know what they are? They're his kryptonite.
Yeah. Isn't that Superman?
Well, sure.
Well, Superman had kryptonite.
Since January 1st, let's just actually look at this. Since January 1st, the Mammoth are 19 8 and 3. That's a pretty good run. Have the Oilers had a 19-8-3 run this season?
No.
I don't think they have. Maybe maybe somewhere in there. Look. I think the Mammoth are a good team. I think if they played the Oilers in a 7-game series, that would be a highly competitive series. I think the Oilers did some good things last night. I think the Mammoth had an off night, personally.
Well, Hayton went out early. Jack McBain, did he not exit early as well for the Mammoth?
So there you go. They were depleted.
Jack McBain, third in the NHL in hits this season.
Okay, Smitty, listen, if you're going to pick my ass, I'm going to pick back. I want you to put the teams in the NHL. This is your project for the show today. And don't shy away from it. Okay, because I know you love me deep down. Okay, I know that. I'm giving you a hard time. But I also know you love to pick at me. I want you to list the teams in four tiers in the National Hockey League. Matter of fact, everybody can do this. There's your assignment for today. For all you wise guys out there, they're going to jump on everything I say. Oh, Reid, that's wrong. They're not 157th, they're 158th. How dare you be so dumb? I hope people realize how much I love arguing with people like this. I hope that comes across, that I actually truly love it.
Well, it does here.
Like, it brings me joy. It brings me joy.
Well, I can hear it in the way you say it.
I want you to put the teams into 4 categories in the National Hockey League. Category number 1, absolute bona fide contenders. Okay? Number 2, pretty good teams. Category 3, bubble teams. Might make the playoffs, might not, but extreme long shots to win the Stanley Cup, and then garbage.
Poverty.
It doesn't have to be an equal number of teams. You don't have to have 8 in each category. So absolute contenders, good teams that might be good enough to win the cup, but they might need a break or 2 or an astounding performance. Bubble teams, like teams that are barely playoff teams or who will barely miss, and then the garbage. Okay,
and only for this season. Specifically
based on this season. It's the playoffs are nigh on a month away. Less than that.
Yes.
We got to be talking about this.
Well, you mentioned not only are the Oilers Karel Vejmelka's kryptonite, but somebody else had kryptonite. You talked about the Rats earlier, who drove the Rats out of Ireland. It was the Pied Piper.
The Pied Piper.
Hamlin.
Now, did he drive the Rats out, or did he play his pipe and they followed him? I guess that's still a way of driving them out.
Use music, to lure the Rats, and then in quotes or brackets, and later children away from Hamlin, Germany, into a river.
First, I shall rid the city of the rats, and then the children must follow.
13th century German folklore. I thought it was Irish, but searching it up and looking at it, German folklore, the Pied Piper of Hamlin. I mean, if you had that skill to play tunes, play music, to drive anything anywhere. I mean, I guess if I picked up a guitar, I could probably drive people out of the room because of how bad I play it. But that's quite the skill. Be able to lure rats. Better than snakes.
Yeah. So that's the assignment. Category 1, absolute Stanley Cup contenders. Okay? Category number 2, like good teams, could win the cup. Category 3, bubble teams, might be in the playoffs, might be out. Extreme long shots to win the Stanley Cup. Category 4, garbage.
Where would the Oilers rank on your list right now? In those in each of those 4 categories?
Oh, they'd probably be in category 3.
Just on the brink.
Yeah.
Just wanting to fight in the battle.
Right.
Nothing guaranteed. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're not a pretty good hockey team. They're
okay.
Just an average.
They're okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe they can change my mind. Here's the thing. I would put Winnipeg and Edmonton in the same category. Bubble, like a bubblish type team. A bubble up.
A carbonated team. Yeah.
Yeah. Smitty the Welder won't let it go. Answer me this, Reid. Are the Flyers a good team? Smitty, I know what you're doing. I know they have a similar point total to Utah. I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about the feel of the team. Okay, how are you looking going into the playoffs? What's your recent form? Okay? That's what I'm talking about.
Utah and the Flyers each have 80 points.
Right,
Flyers
Utah's better.
Get less games played.
Utah's better.
But the goal differential between them, -10 for Philadelphia, +22 for the Mammoth.
Utah's better. Yeah. So there you go. So I answered your question, Smitty. Like, what else do you want me to do? And you keep answering me questions until I run out of things to say? Like, Smitty's only opinion is question Reid.
This is getting spicy.
Well, whatever. I mean, I'm not a punching bag. People want me to be a punching bag. I'm not going to play the punching bag.
And you don't deserve it, Reid.
Well, some people think I deserve it. How did the show start this way? I don't know. Van Owen says, Reid, I trust your eye for sci-fi. Have you seen Project Hail Mary yet? And if so, what's your review? I have not seen it. The book's really good. Smith TM14 says, Reid, did you like Blade Runner? Yes, I did. Jasmine says the Seahawks will be playing September 9th, but their opponent is a mystery. I think they're going to play the Chiefs, Jasmine. That's my opinion. When are they announcing the schedule? Isn't it next month?
Let me confirm.
I think they're going to give the Seahawks the Chiefs in the first game of the season. Hernan, don't go.
Mid-May.
Oh, he's going. Not till mid-May?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Smitty, you don't have to agree with everything I say, but if I answer your question, then acknowledge that I answered it. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm serious here, buddy. What do you want me to do? Everything I frickin' say since I started hosting this show, you're friggin' wrong. You're wrong on Bouchard. This team's not good. This team's not good. I tell you why I think they're good, and then you answer me another question. And then you ask me another question. Like, quit moving the bloody goalposts already, Smitty. Like, you want my answers, I give you my answer. Well, no, that's not what I meant, Reid. Well, what about this? I don't know, buddy. Are we talking about apples, or are we talking about oranges, or are we talking about bananas? Like, what do you want? Tell me, actually, what do you want from me, Smitty? Like, what do you want? If you want a tantrum, I guess you're getting one. Because you sure as hell can't listen or respect anything that I say, can you? You come in here and give me a bloody hug, and then I get to get this crap on the nasty chat? Well, what are you using? I'm explaining to you what I think about these teams. I'm explaining it to you on a daily basis. And it's all wrong. It's all wrong all the time. Congratulations. Holy crap, Coop. You think he'd be happy the Oilers won a game? No, he's happy. He's happy. I thought Utah's a good team, and they didn't play very well. Holy crap. My God.
My word, I don't even know what to say, Reid.
I don't know either. Trying to bring joy to people. God forbid a team I said was a good hockey team lose a game. My God. No, Chet Palmer's going to be fine, Mex. All right, you can get in touch, and please do. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino, check out their mobile app. It's free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. Safe, secure, and easy to use. You can post in the nasty chat, and please do. Please do post in the nasty chat. Give us a thumbs up if you're there as well. Let's try to get to 100 thumbs as we usually do.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Let's try to get to 100 thumbs. We've been doing it great. I don't want Jay to come back. And I have to say there was a show that didn't get to 100 thumbs. Usually do. Oh, I'm not muted here. Hang on. Oh, there we go. I don't want Jay to come back and have me at a show that's not at 100 thumbs.
I think the start of the show already deserves 100 thumbs. Just the first 10 or so minutes that we've been going. If you ask me. People are coming in on the River Cree inbox saying just that. That might even be an SD-worthy performance, Reid.
Oh, you think so? Well, we'll see. We can put it up. You can nominate it.
Oh, I already have.
Oh, you've already put it in.
I already put it in the folder.
You can send you can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com. Let's do a limerick about angry Reid. Let's do limericks about things that might make me angry. Or how I react when I'm angry. That'd be good. That'd be a good topic. So we're going to, Chet's here. Chet doesn't want to come on until Gager's here. Okay?
Okay.
Gager's going to join me. Joel Dublanko is going to join me a little bit later on. He plays from the Elks. You're going to hear from Knobloch and Wallman. We'll talk about the Edmonton Oilers. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll have the ski report from Marmot Basin today, and who knows what other fun we are going to get to. And trust me, I am having fun. But I have emotions like other people. I'm not a Vulcan. That'd be
You can't bottle it up.
That'd be
Reid.
funny if I was a Vulcan, if I turned out to be an alien. This is the off-topic topic. No, this is good. The off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. Okay, does anybody know what the TV guide is?
It's a guide or book, physical item that tells you what TV shows are going to be on.
Right.
And
there'd
when
be like
they're
a
going
very
to be on.
little synopsis teasing the upcoming episode.
Oh.
So the off-topic topic is, I don't know how I thought of this. Write a TV guide synopsis for an episode of the Edmonton Sports Talk sitcom. For example, Jay coaches a clumsy football team. Dustin's favorite restaurant runs out of chicken tenders. There's a sitcom right there. There's an episode of the EST sitcom, right? Here's another example. Reid is accused of cheating at trivia. Hernan gets lost running a half marathon. There's your sitcom. People are like, oh, what's coming up Thursday at 9 on the EST sitcom? Oh, I better watch that. I better set my VCR for that episode. All right?
One that I'm thinking of is Maddie explores his brilliant idea. Coob gets hungry again. I don't know.
I do have one about you. I'll get to it a little bit later on. I'll get to that one a little bit later on, okay?
Okay. Because Maddie comes up with these ideas, right? And some of them could be, well, not too offhand, but he's a pretty smart guy. He thinks out of the box sometimes.
Right.
That'd be an enticing synopsis, in my opinion. I would watch that episode.
Right. Well, I kind of like that, like Hernan getting lost running a half marathon. Like,
How'd he get lost?
Like he'd
Yeah.
go off to a different city, and we're all waiting for him to text when he's done. And then it cuts to him. He's like in the middle of Philadelphia, like wandering
And he's
around,
still
asking
running.
for directions. Yeah, he's still
That's like
running.
Tom Hanks and
he's still
Forrest
on
Gump.
pace. He's like, why am I been running for 6 hours? Why am I not done? And then he realizes he's way off course, something like that. You know, he winds up staying with some other family and making friends. All right, that's going to be... I'm really sorry if I upset people by getting mad. I don't like upsetting people.
Well, people upset you, Reid.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You
happens all the
give
time.
and you take and you give. Got to expect it back sometimes.
All right, Gager's coming up. Oh, Nate the Builder says Project Hail Mary was great. Isn't Nate the Builder related to somebody that works here?
Yeah, I
Is he
think
like Benny's brother or something?
something like that, Uncle.
I think he's All right, Gager's going to pop in. We'll talk Oilers. Chet Palmer standing by as well. Here's Coob.
The Oilers have loaned James Hamblin to the AHL following his emergency call-up last night. Hamblin did take warm-ups in Utah, but sat out as a healthy scratch for Edmonton. Some news from Tampa. Victor Hedman is taking a temporary leave of absence from the team for personal reasons. The Lightning have a dozen games left in the regular season as they take on the Kraken tomorrow. Today's slate has two games. Boston and Buffalo match up with the Bruins holding the first wildcard spot out east, leading the Senators by a single point as Ottawa holds wildcard 2. From Toronto, the Rangers challenge the Maple Leafs. Leafs are signing Dennis Hildeby to the AHL earlier this morning and tipping off in the association. The Raptors challenge the Clippers. 8:30 tip-off for that one, while Atlanta and Detroit hit the hardwood on a 12-game schedule. In baseball, Sportsnet has reported that Spencer Miles has made the Jays opening day roster, with Leo Jimenez being designated for reassignment. Toronto starts their season Friday at home to the Athletics. For opening day, just one game on tap. Giants and Yankees duke it out first pitch just after 6 o'clock. The one and only Joaquin Gage joins us next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
If McDavid leaves in 2 years, Tampa Bay will be at the top of his list. Hire it or fire it.
I'm going to fire it. They're aging. I don't know.
That's a good point. Kucherov will be a little bit older. Vasilevsky will be older.
40.
Hedman will be older.
Done.
In 2 years, are we going to be worried about San Jose taking Connor McDavid? 2 years?
I would say San Jose way.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right. Hope you're having a great afternoon. I certainly am. Joaquin Gage is here. Jason Milne, of course, is off this week, if you haven't figured that out already. Gager, how are you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Thanks for sticking around. It's good to see you.
Well, I can't really go outside because the damn snow, Reid.
It's so gross. Do we have a limerick already coming in, Coop?
Yes, we do.
What do we have?
Jason in Leduc coming in with this one. A pedantic old fellow named Reid gets offended with lightning speed. If you split an infinitive or use there when you're given it, he'll correct you and say, "We must read."
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Coming right in. Coming right in.
From Leduc, of all places.
Yeah. But we bet you know Jason.
I know.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah. Keep giving us the thumbs up, by the way, if you're on YouTube. Want to get to good. For some reason, the thumbs went up when I got angry.
Really?
I don't know why. I should do that every day.
Yeah, I should start doing that.
I won't do that. I wouldn't have the energy to do that every day. So the off-topic topic for William Huff is write the TV guide synopsis for an episode of the EST sitcom. For example, this one. Gager uses too much spice cooking lunch. Zach tries to go a day without talking to win 10 grand. There's the episode right there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. So it's like you're cooking you cook lunch, and then you're usually such a good cook, and then everybody's like, and then you realize, oh, geez, I accidentally put something the wrong thing in.
And then I do the Costanza and knock it out of everyone's hands with the
but you try to act like you're
with the platoon music behind me.
and Coob's trying to win the money, and he can't say anything. Yeah, so, Coob, how's your sandwich? And he's just like, it's just like all. It's like drinking a whole bunch of water.
Sweating.
Yeah. Like, Coob, do you need any water?
Maddie's converted his office into a smoking lounge.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah, Matt converts his office into a smoking lounge, like a cigar room or something. Room. We have people coming up the stairs like, oh, hey, are you booked on one of the shows? No, I'm just here. We're like, what? And Matt keeps denying it. He's like, no, it's just people I have over.
And he looks like he's 80.
Just like you look in the window, just like all mist. That'd be a good episode. And then like at the end, it gets shut down or something.
Yeah.
We do have your afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The locals had some pep against the Tuskers. They had more energy than my brother-in-law juiced up on greenies at the craps table. That's 400 goals for Captain Connie. He's scored more than Elvis on a college campus. Hey, Joaquin Gage, is that a jailhouse rock in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? The NBA wants to put teams in Seattle and Vegas. Hey, maybe the NHL should think about putting a hockey team in New York. I'm Chet Palmer.
Ooh, burn. I like that one. Those Rangers. Very fascinating team, those Rangers.
They should have been better.
You always think they're going to be better.
That's true.
Shesterkin? Is that the goalie? Shesterkin, right? Yeah, he hasn't...
Yeah.
All that hype and the big contract 2 years ago, and then as soon as that, they just completely fell apart. TJ Miller seems to take problems wherever he goes. Hasn't done well.
Gets a lot of points, though.
Yeah.
Won an Olympic gold medal, didn't he?
I think he did, Reid. Don't bring that up anymore.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's their whole thing, right?
I guess, yeah.
Like, don't question Austin Matthews' leadership.
Yeah.
Captain of the gold medal team.
Let's face it. Dylan Larkin should have been the captain of that team.
He played well.
He was unreal.
I thought he was their best player tournament front to back in that tournament.
Easily the most noticeable. Hellebuck had one hell of a Buckian performance in the gold medal game, but Larkin was fantastic in that tournament. You really see why him not being out with the Detroit Red Wings really affects their team.
Yeah.
Awesome player.
Thanks for sticking around, by the way.
You're welcome.
Great to see you. Of course, you're joining me here in the Canadian Brewhouse studio.
Love it.
Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Prices starting at $3.99. Come early, stay longer, save more. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house. All right, I know you talked a little bit on your show too, but let's get it out in this audience as well. Like Jarry got the win. It's such a scrutinized position, which I get, but I also feel it was kind of a game for a goaltender. Like, just don't lose it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So is that just that's enough for like if you didn't know about Jarry's season as a whole, you would just think, well, he was the goalie for the better team and didn't screw it up for them.
Reid, I sometimes when I think about times like as a goaltender when you're struggling, and there are numerous times usually that happens, and you wonder what it's almost like your golf swing. Like you're in a groove and everything's going right, and then one thing happens and it just seems to completely fall apart, and it's really hard to get everything back. And there was one instance where I was really struggling, and I got sent to the East Coast League, and I was struggling in the East Coast League, and then one game came along, and I just said, you know what? I'm not going to think about my positioning. I'm not going to think about where to put the rebounds. I am just going to go play like I'm playing in the summer,
right?
And just try to make saves. And it was probably the ugliest looking performance of my life, but we ended up winning. I made some saves. It was a struggle and a battle, but it was a stepping stone to starting to get my game back to where it normally was. And I finally got it back and got back to the American League. And then, of course, I got back to the Oilers again eventually. But that's how I looked at last night's game. It was like just try to get my body in front of anything, because Jarry did not look like he was under control at all. He was all over the place. Compared to what I've seen him when he played well when he first got here, he looked much more in control of his game, and that just he looked like a goalie that has lost his confidence along the way. But just, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to go out there and try to win this hockey game and not worry about anything else. And, the couple an unlucky bounce, which is actually I was quite impressed how he performed after that, because he made a couple saves right after that were quite good. That could have ruined him right there. Like and you saw the look in his eyes, like, what do I have to do?
Yeah, goes off two guys
and goes in. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And like you said, at the end of the day, he got the win, and at least there's something to build on instead of a pull or allowing 5.
Yeah.
And losing.
I will say, I guess I'm going to overanalyze it a little bit. He seems to be sliding around a lot.
Yeah.
And I didn't just notice that yesterday. Ingram, he's sort of there. It hits him. The scary thing about Jarry is if he makes the first save, then he looks like he's out of his net sometimes.
Yeah.
If the rebound is available. Now, yesterday, the Oilers did a pretty good job clearing stuff. But how come is that just how he plays? Like, can a goalie play like that?
So. I don't think that's his game. And granted, I watched a few games in junior. I've watched some playoff games in Pittsburgh where he's played.
Right.
Not many during the regular season, but no, I don't see this from him. This isn't the way he plays. This is I always refer to it as happy feet. Like you get, when I was struggling, I would always say, just calm feet. At least get to where they're going to shoot the puck or get in position and just stay there and be comfortable with it. When you're uncomfortable, movement actually makes you somewhat feel better, right? And it's a confidence thing. Oh, am I in the right spot? Am I good? And yeah, there's a lot of extra movement in Jarry's game that is probably why you see these loose rebounds opposed to Ingram, where his feet are quiet as possible. But his movement is before the puck gets to the point where it's going to be shot, right? That's where his level of expertise is so good. I think Jarry sometimes, because he's able to, I think it's tough to say, but some of the saves he makes are a little bit more spectacular, I would venture to say. But you don't want to keep trying to make saves like that, because like you said, usually when you start reaching for pucks with any part of your body, there's a rebound and it's very difficult to make that second save if you have to.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he got the win. It would have turned out to be 16 out of 18 saves. That's fine. Again, you can't judge him on not facing a lot of shots. He got the win, but he didn't, I was talking about this in my show yesterday with people, asking everybody, what does Jarry have to do to make you feel like he's back or you want to see him in net again? He didn't make me feel as if, I need to see him against Anaheim on Sunday. He made me feel as if it's okay, another 5 games, that's good.
Yeah.
He's truly the backup.
No, how do I feel? I feel there's a comfort in Ingram, and I can see it with the players in front of him too, right? You can see them allowing, the shot's coming from there, let Ingram have it. Mm-hmm. I've sealed off any possible second chance opportunities. It did seem like, and it's a good game by the players, but there was a lot of bodies trying to get in front of pucks.
Oh yeah,
yesterday.
big time.
Yeah.
Well, there was that one great angle of Henrique blocking that one, doing that, because now they turn to the side, right, and goes off the inside of his leg.
Exactly.
And, there was this. I looked that up. Where's my game summary here, or my stats? It was the second most blocked shots the Oilers have had in a game this year. They blocked 27 back on November 10th against Columbus, and then they blocked 24 last night And then they had 23 against the Rangers on October 14th. And I think Skinner had a good night in that game as well. So, yeah, I mean, good for Jarry. Good to get the win. Ingram will, well, in my mind, clearly be back in tomorrow against the Vegas Golden Knights. Quite a day for James Hamblin. Gets to take the warm-up. He was just in case emergency call-up, because if they couldn't have gone with 12 guys, he gets to play. So you can call a guy up before you know for sure, but then, I mean, they did it this morning, but I was told he basically had to be reassigned as soon as the game starts and they have enough players.
Yeah. That's always tough, because you might play, you might not. That's a tough flight, and trying to prepare yourself, and you get all excited, and then you get the news, you're going right back. So hopefully he has good points.
Yeah, well, he knows who he is. So hardworking kid, Edmonton guy.
Yeah.
He's a good story. The off-topic topic was give us a synopsis, a TV guide synopsis for an episode of the Edmonton Sports Talk sitcom. Mex says an actual Chet Palmer from Edmonton wants royalties. Hernan tells people he runs. That's pretty funny. Duck Dad says Tom finds the perfect woman and dumps her on the second date. Dusty almost makes 2 parlays during the lock shop by mistake. Oh, this is Mex again. Mex is a very funny guy.
Oh, he is good.
While thrifting, Coob buys one of Tommy's old sweaters. Hernan claims something is due. Now, that one with the sweaters is good. Like, Coob shows up like, hey, guys, I got this sweater yesterday. And Tommy's like, where did you get that? And, I had a sweater like that. It had like it had this weird red thread in the back of the neck. And Tommy's like trying to look without asking. He's like, I think that's my sweater.
That's my...
Can't concentrate all day.
I love it.
Somebody put one in. Oh, no, I can't find it.
Well, Lottie in Cloverdale comes in with one. Tonight on the EST sitcom, Dusty faces a citywide ketchup shortage, and YouTube Trev uses Lieutenant Eric's new curling broom to sweep in the office.
Oh, wow.
That would be a good episode.
Eric goes, he's sweeping up the place. What's wrong with this?
Thing's not working. Oh, that'd be good. And ruins it for Eric.
Yeah, ruins it for Eric's. Eric's like in the city final.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
city,
it's not
city
working.
final. Yeah.
You can't get it to curl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Well, another YouTube Trev one. YTT attempts to climb the EST building, attempts the splits, and to not blink for the entire episode as EST crew members watch.
That's actually daily life here at
That's
EST.
just him,
That's not an episode. Oh, here's one from Project Dumplings. Gager eats filet-o-fishes for a day. Tommy gets married.
Wow.
But I think that'd be the cliffhanger. Is Tommy going to go through with it? Yeah.
And it's at the meal, it's all filet of fish, and I have to.
You have to eat it.
I have to eat it. Oh my!
And for some reason, the meal is before the ceremony.
Exactly.
Or maybe we're all groomsmen and we get to he catered. Tommy has a catered meal, and somehow it falls through like the caterer. Like see, we could work our nasty chat people. Okay, so Smitty the welder, he's a bit of a star today. His welding truck accidentally runs the catering truck with the good food off the road,
and
Tommy has to order McDonald's filet of fishes,
and they only had filet of fish.
They only have filet of fish because Norm and a Combine took the Combine crew and extended family to a McDonald's, and they ordered everything except the filet of fishes. They're like, I can't believe it. We're ordering. Tommy's ordering on Uber Eats. He's like, "Where's the catering truck?" And they're like, "I hit this welding truck and something happened." So he goes on Uber Eats and he's like, and of course we're like some like mountain town where like there's only like a McDonald's. Yeah.
We're halfway in Jasper somewhere.
Yeah. There's only a McDonald's. And then Norman at Combine went there. He and his crew ordered all the beef-based dishes.
And Twitter Mary's trying to get there with her.
The chocolate.
Trying to get the desserts there. It's just a mess. That would be great.
And then the synopsis is, and then the cliffhanger is...
Well, Dusty ordered the filet of fish and didn't get enough.
Yeah. This really writes itself.
It does.
But somehow the cliffhanger is, so he has all of us as the groomsmen, all the EST guys lined up.
The Last Supper kind of.
And for some reason, the bride comes in before him, and we're all like, where's Tommy? And then it just cuts to him like nervously, and it's like, to be continued next season. Oh my goodness. This is a hell of a show, isn't it?
This is great. Let's see why Jay has so much fun.
Well, I hope he does.
Yeah.
I hope it's not just me.
You always have fun though, Reid.
Yeah, I'm generally having a good time.
Yeah. I like your show.
Even when I'm acting angry, I'm having a good time.
No,
it's like I tell people, if you want to be part of the show, be careful.
Yeah.
I might make you part of the show.
Exactly. I should start making more people part of my show.
Hey, I know I talked about this with her, and I got to bring it up with you. I watched F1 on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Like clipped along really quickly. Pitt's good. All the acting's, and I mean you could almost. This might sound like a weird thing to say, but I got the sense as if they had a good time making it.
Oh gosh,
all the scenes are like if there's a scene of extended dialogue, it's like 40 seconds.
Yeah,
it's all very snappy.
Very quick.
Yeah, it's all very snappy. Even when he confronts what was the other guy, Josh, the younger guy. Like when they first confront each other and they push each other, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be something." It's like, no, 20 seconds. So it's basically like, "You're a jerk." Yeah. No, you're a jerk. And they walk away.
I'm leaving.
Just moves along. Now, how outrageous was the end of the final race? Okay, spoiler: it has a positive ending for the protagonist. Yeah. It's a sports movie.
It's a
I won't tell you exactly
ending.
Yeah. But Brad Pitt's character, I won't tell you exactly what happens. Does something heroic, as does his teammate. They both get a moment.
Yeah, there's you have the antagonist trying to do damage to the team, and of course
guy.
they have to finish at a certain level, and it's true that sometimes I think Bardem's line, sometimes when you lose, you win,
right?
And because there was a crash that they could restart, and all of a sudden Apex GPT had an extra set of soft tires, which no one else had at that point.
I forgot about that whole thing. Yeah,
so that can happen because they were like if a team sucks in qualifying, they will have extra sets. So in some universes it can happen. Like it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities, and it ended up being just a great ending to just a fantasy kind of movie with some great racing.
So
I loved it.
So everything that happened is possible. They found a way, probably like, okay, could this happen in the rules? Yes, it'd be like, could you get a passed ball and a stolen base on the same play or something? Yeah, you could.
Everything in that movie could happen in F1, except for a 62-year-old to drive an F1 car. That's probably the only thing that couldn't happen. And Lewis Hamilton said that, right? But whatever.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt doesn't look 62.
No, he doesn't.
No.
It was a fun show. I think, I've heard a couple of people say, well, it wasn't really worth being nominated for Best Picture, but a Best Picture is all the technical work too.
Yeah.
And the editing and the production was fantastic. I mean, obviously, now having said that, it's a good script in terms of the pacing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, the dialogue is not profound or going to make you think about your life, but again, there's never, except for maybe the ending, which maybe you don't agree with me, there was never a scene in F1 where it's like, okay, move it along.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they probably could have cut 15 minutes, but there was never like a boring scene within the movie.
And like Tim Hraney, who we have on our show all the time, he actually got mad at me because I didn't watch it in an IMAX theater.
Yeah, I watched it at home. So
so it's like he said the realistic driving of it was he's never seen a movie kind of capture that. I mean, there was the one the Niki Lauda movie with Thor there.
Rush.
Yeah, that had the racing itself wasn't that realistic a little bit, but they actually showed old footage of the actual races when they raced, and they showed the Lauda crash, right? So, but he said it was great. He loved the sound. The sound of the cars was great. All those other things. He really enjoyed it, and that's coming from an actual racer. And he knows, like, you're not gonna.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a superhero movie, but it's over glorified, and I thought they did an awesome job.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, but of course you accept it. It's like I remember, a few years, well, probably maybe 10 years ago, maybe 15, because I think that show Sports Night was on in the 90s, and it was about a late night sports show.
Yeah.
And they were on at midnight or something like that, and they would start work at noon and like go for lunch and then do more run. No, I'm pretty sure they don't work. Nobody's working 13 or 14-hour days. Like you're going in, you're doing your shift. It's not quite that much drama around the office. All right. Vegas tomorrow. Vegas never wins, virtually never wins. Just jump on them.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want. And Hernan and I were saying, I thought the Oilers were great last night. Like they were the Mammoth good? No, but the Oilers didn't allow them to be good. And I think that's also the mark of a good team. And when I really think the Oilers learned something with the Florida teams on a style of play to be successful. Like they realized, gosh, I hate it when people are on top of me and making me have to make decisions really quickly. And that's what they did to the Mammoth. They swarmed them. They were effective. They were organized. Not unlike what Connor was praising the Tampa Bay Lightning about, right? It was I don't know why. Why does this, Reid? When the Oilers are down, it seems Knoblauch is consistently going to his top guys. And I understand it because those are the guys that score. But when they do go through the line, they seem like they're when the ice time is evenly
give
distributed.
Guys an actual chance. Yeah.
It seems to build momentum.
Yeah.
Right? When you get the third line having a good shift in the offensive zone, and then the fourth line comes out, they keep the puck, and then you have the big dogs come in. I think there's something to that. I would hope that in times when maybe the Oilers are down a goal, that they still continue to use this formula, because they look like a much more effective team than having to just go to the top lines and hopefully they can get this game tied up.
But I gotta say, the off-topic topic for William Huff. Write a synopsis for an episode of the EST sitcom. I wasn't sure how this would go. We were getting some good ones. Duck Dad, the Smash costume goes missing and is seen in unexpected places. Hernan needs to find a new place to smoke darts at work. That'd be good. Like we're seeing Smash around town. Like who's that?
Eric gets locked in the old place. He goes to the old place by accident and gets stuck. Skinny.
Trevor sleeps at the office because his apartment doesn't have air conditioning. Dusty travels to LA to see LeBron, who misses the game due to injury. Now, both those things actually happened, did they not? That's very clever. That's very clever from Skinny. That's very good.
I like that.
Our lives have been sitcom episodes at some point.
That's good.
Okay, I better let you go, Gager. I kept you for too long. Thanks for coming to the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Awesome
always
segment.
A pleasure. Always a pleasure.
We'll have Jay's Play of the Day, which I've been putting together this week. You're going to hear from Knoblauch and Wallman. Joel Dublanko from the Elks is coming up. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers have loaned James Hamblin to the AHL following his emergency call-up last night prior to puck drop. Hamblin took warm-up against the Mammoth, but sat out as a healthy scratch. Some news coming from down south. The Lightning announcing that Victor Hedman is taking a temporary leave of absence from the team for personal reasons. Tampa Bay has 12 games left in the regular season, taking on the Kraken tomorrow. Today's slate, just a pair of games, Boston and Buffalo lock horns, with the Bruins holding first wildcard spot out east, leading the Senators by a single point as Ottawa holds wildcard 2. From Toronto, the Rangers challenge the Maple Leafs. The Leafs assigning Dennis Hildeby to the AHL earlier today. And tipping off in the association, the Raptors challenged the Clippers at 8:30, while Atlanta and Detroit hit the hardwood on a 12-game schedule. To baseball, Sportsnet has reported that Spencer Miles has made the Jays opening day roster, with Leo Jimenez being designated for assignment. Toronto starts their season at home to the Athletics on Friday. For opening day, just one game today. Giants and Yankees duke it out just after 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since 93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. More with Reid Wilkins following the commercial break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
How much are you reading into anything that he said? Yes, you don't see a lot of other teams, guys, praise the other coach as much as he did, but as Tommy mentioned, he's played for Cooper. Yep. I think anybody who's played for Cooper probably understands how good he is at his job and how he's probably better than your coach. I mean, that's usually how it would work in that situation.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit and the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. If you're taking us in on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, thank you for doing that. Spread the word about how people can listen to Edmonton Sports Talk. We are live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every weekday. We also have pre- and post-game shows for all the Oilers games and all the Elks games. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk on YouTube if you haven't done so already. And if you haven't done so for this show, click the thumbs up button. We need 14 thumbs for 100. So if you haven't clicked the thumbs up button, please do it. We'd like to get to 100 thumbs each show. Let's do it in the first hour. Jason Milne would love to hear about that. And then you can also click the share button.
Do you believe in life after love?
And send the show link off to other people via email or text. All right.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta, it's time to turn up the fun with the Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instants, and of course, sports betting. I'm going to ask you to go on your Play Alberta app, or you can go on playalberta.ca on your laptop or your computer. Go to EST Specials and look for Jay's Play of the Day. Now, with Jay on holidays, I've been putting these together, and I like to go a little bit. I went pretty big yesterday, Coop, with a 4-game parlay. The 2 long shots won. The 2 safer bets didn't come through in the NHL. Sometimes that happens. So today, for Jay's Play of the Day, I'm giving you this. SGA, great Canadian basketball player, Gilgeous-Alexander for Oklahoma City. 30 or more points. Oklahoma City's playing Boston. Adam Fox from the Rangers to get a point or more against the Leafs, and the Buffalo Sabres to win, and they're playing Boston. Only 2 games today. Boston, Buffalo, and the Rangers and the Leafs. So I got SGA, 30 or more points, and he's averaging over 30 this season, so having about an average game. Adam Fox from the Rangers to get a point against Toronto, and the Sabres, who rarely lose, as we know, to beat Boston, and the game's in Buffalo. So on my odds, Scoop, now that is boosted, 4.8 to 1, so almost 5 to 1. Not bad. Put in $2, you win almost 10.
Plus 380 as it stands on Play Alberta. It's a pretty decent bet. I'm also riding on the Sabres, or in that Sabres game as well, though on the other side of things, Pasternak to get a goal. That's on the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay as well.
Well, you can throw some on that too.
That's a big parlay. The boys decided to go MLB because, for those who don't know, on the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay EST afternoons, Hernan, Gager, and myself each pick a leg in the parlay. They both went baseball today. It's a plus 1180 parlay there. Aaron Judge, 1+ home run. Cody Bellinger, 1+ RBI, a ribby, as some people call it. And David Pasternak, 1+ points. That one's boosted on Play Alberta as well.
All right, so playalberta.ca, the Play Alberta app, look for EST Specials, and don't forget to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, the off-topic topic for William Huff. Give us your TV guide style synopsis for an episode of the Edmonton Sports Talk sitcom. Okay?
This one's getting a lot of traction, Reid.
I wasn't sure how this one would do. Like, I wrote a few down, so we'd have some things maybe to chuckle about. The listeners have really grabbed this. Project Dumplings has this. Jasmine comes out as a Canucks fan. Awanak comes out as a Blue Jays fan. Awanak, are you within shouting distance? Would that be a funny episode? He says no. Okay.
Quite decisively.
He refuses to film it. Abuski says, Lieutenant Eric Riggs Glue Guy's Words of the Day Dictionary so that all of the definitions are graphic depictions of the human reproduction process. Oh my goodness.
That's pretty. There's a few interesting ones that are coming in here as well. Well, casino dealer Jay, Dusty is about to join his final Zoom interview to become a full-time NHL play-by-play announcer, but Benny accidentally disconnects EST's Wi-Fi while on his first week vacuuming.
Oh. That's pretty good. That's just good. People know our community, right? Working in our chores that we all have to do. Jay and I are currently on vacuuming. I better vacuum this week.
Yeah, well, I guess you're on vacuuming because I mean, he's still...
Jay's vacuumed more than I have, so I'll vacuum tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah. Well, you guys work together. It's a team. You guys are a duo.
We really are.
Yeah, 100%. It's a Reid Wilkins show with Gmail.
Do you have another one, or are we good for now?
Chris S. coming in. Lieutenant Eric walks to Gibbons to save it from bankruptcy. YTT. His love for phone books is exposed as a lie.
Did he say he loves phone books?
YouTube Trev is an avid reader of phone books, apparently. Well, he grew up loving them.
I have not heard that.
Really?
Trev always has something. Well, I can't keep track of all of Trev's shticks.
Yeah, he's
That's true, That Gibbons, I just doubled. Gibbons is facing insolvency and possible dissolution. That's a headline from the St. Albert Gazette. It's from a couple of weeks ago.
Wow. That's quite the walk, though, for Lieutenant Eric, but I'm sure he's up for the task.
Well, how far away is Gibbons? You could walk to Gibbons, couldn't you? If it were nice.
Oh, it would take some time. I wouldn't walk to Gibbons in
What's the
this
walking
weather.
distance of Edmonton to Gibbons?
Well, it's 39 minutes driving.
It would take a bit to get there, I guess.
36.7 kilometers away, just north of Fort Saskatchewan.
So, so that'd be a bit of a hike. Yeah, a couple days probably. He could stay over in. He could stay over in. Dua. What's the name of this little town? Duagh. I have not heard of this place. He could stay over in New London. Well, New London's pretty close to Gibbons. You could just keep going if you were there.
Maybe get a snack on the way.
Do you see this little town, Dua? Duagh?
Dua, I got to pull up the map. This is where a pull-down map
That's
of
where
Alberta
we could
would
really use a
come
pull-down
handy.
map.
Yeah.
I've not heard of that little town.
Dua. There's a lot of the... Oh, yeah, I see it right here. It's just north of the Alberta Railway Museum, which is temporarily closed. New London? Yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about.
Baptized Big Uke says, God can't save that town from bankruptcy. Gibbons is in big trouble, brah. FR, no cap.
Wow.
VR Montenegro says, I gifted YTT a phone book last Christmas. He likes the smell. Okay, interesting.
He likes the smell. Thought it was cool that he could see all of his friends' numbers in there as well, or their parents' numbers, whatever. And yeah, you get to get everybody's phone number if you know what you're looking for, really.
Jasmine in the nasty chat for the episode of a sitcom. Someone is yelling at ESTHQ, and it's not Jasmine. Reid admits he was wrong about a popular hockey team and talks about a make-believe town called Dua. That's real.
It's real. I got it on the map
right
too.
Here, Duagh. It's I don't know if it's a.
And
it's extremely small.
It pops up on the map though. Another one coming in from Andrea from Calgary. TV Guide synopsis: Hangout focused. The commissioner makes a controversial ruling. Draft drama unfolds, which has happened several times.
So I don't know if Dua. I don't even know how you say that. Like when you Google it, the first thing that comes up is Sturgeon County, but then on MapQuest it says it's with. I don't know what it might. Maybe it's just an old grain elevator or something.
I wonder if it has a Wikipedia page.
No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't. Okay, it's that tiny.
It does not. Yeah, I don't. It's not made up, Jasmine. It's on Google Maps. It must be true. It has to be real.
Dua, small, unincorporated, populated, locality.
Well, Big Uke knows that part of the world, or he's claiming to. Big Uke could really tell us anything.
Known historically as a CN rail stop.
That could be the sitcom. Big Uke takes the EST crew on a tour of fictional towns. He says it's not a town, may have been an old settlement at one point, and he says New London isn't a thing either, just old areas. Okay. Well, LTE could curl up and sleep somewhere on the way there. Oh, we're having a fun show, aren't we, buddy? This is really good. 780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Check out the $21.99 prime rib special at Tap 25. Available 7 days a week from 11:30 in the morning to 11 p.m. That's available for dine-in and takeout, just not available on show nights, rivercrewresort.com. The Oil Understood coming up. Joel Dublanko from your Edmonton Elks. We're going to get some memories of the CFL Combine with him. The Combine is in Edmonton this weekend. Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
How do you get done up in your own building by the Maple Leafs, man?
Did you see the tweet from Brian Hayes?
No, I didn't see Hayes' tweet.
I got to get this up. The Bruins win. We all know the situation. The Bruins get the Leafs pick if it's not in the top 5. Bruins reverse tanking the Leafs into handing over the 7th pick might be worse than the 2013 Game 7
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Loves a
thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy? Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host. Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction. A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of kids sport. No whistles, no play clock, just a room full of generous hearts. EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com. Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers have loaned James Hamblin to the AHL following his emergency call-up from last night. Hamblin took skate during warm-ups against the Mammoth, but sat out as a healthy scratch. Some news from Tampa. Victor Hedman is taking a temporary leave of absence from the Lightning for personal reasons. The Lightning, with 12 games left in the regular season, they face the Kraken tomorrow. 2 games in the NHL today. Boston, Buffalo, they match up with the Bruins holding the first wildcard spot out east, leading the Senators by a single point. Ottawa in wildcard 2. And from Toronto, the Rangers challenge the Maple Leafs, with the Leafs signing Dennis Hill to be to the AHL this morning. Tipping off in the association, the Raptors hit the hardwood against the Clippers at 8:30. We also see Atlanta and Detroit tipping off on a 12-game schedule. To baseball, Sportsnet has reported that Spencer Miles has made the Jays' opening day roster, with Leo Jimenez being designated for assignment. Toronto starts their season on Friday at home to the Athletics. For opening day, just one game on tap. Giants and Yankees duke it out with first pitch just after 6 o'clock. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2, the Reid Wilkins Show, starts right now.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. Still snowing out there? Did it taper off a bit? It's hard to tell. Kind of gross out, though. Man, oh, man. Just yucky, Goob. Just yucky.
It's not pretty. I had to warm up my car today.
It's not Brock Purdy at all. Charlie thinks that community we were talking about is pronounced Duff, D-A-U-G-H. We don't even know. I was saying Dua, but I was just guessing. Anyway, apparently it's not really a town.
Might not even be, it's not even a real place anymore.
Might just be an empty hole in the ground.
Might just be a hoax.
It could be an internet hoax.
Yeah, you don't always trust everything you see on the internet.
Somebody could have tricked Google Maps into putting that on there. The off-topic topic for William Huff. What a pleasant surprise this one has been, eh? Give us your TV guide synopsis for an episode of the EST sitcom. Kevin says this: Dusty owes money to sports bookies and in a panic sells Reid's last ever Def Leppard performance tickets. To make matters worse, he convinces Reid it was Gager's doing. That might be a season-ending cliffhanger there too.
Yeah, that's devious.
Yeah, that's something.
This one probably close to being true. Coming in from Norm, Lieutenant Eric walks the beaches of Cancun looking for chicken tenders for Dusty.
That's a good sitcom just in itself. It could be one of those. So it would be an ensemble cast, but that one would just be Lieutenant Eric. It would just break away from the norm. It would just be him. What was the other one you got to read? That one with him and Tommy.
I can? Okay.
I think we can read that one. I found it quite funny.
Okay. Big Dave with quite the lengthy synopsis.
Yeah, this is a little more developed. He might have to write the entire script. This is more of a treatment than a synopsis.
I would like to see a full script of this, to be honest with you. Tom goes for lunch with Eric and gets highly intoxicated. He comes in the next day and tells Eric he doesn't remember a thing from the previous day other than the fact that he met the love of his life. Eric now has to assume a drag identity a la Mrs. Doubtfire, as Tom's lady love.
And then Tom eventually gets suspicious because he never sees Eric and his new love in the same place.
Never see them together.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to.
Hey, Eric, my girlfriend's coming by later. Why don't you stick around and meet her?
I gotta go walk.
I gotta go, actually. Yeah, I can't be here then.
Walking to Gibbons.
I gotta go to Gibbons. Yeah.
Oh, I'd really like you to meet her, though. Can you make some time? Well, no.
Oh, my goodness. What a day. That's incredible. All right. Joel Dublanko coming up in a few minutes. Nixon says, where are the Oilers? I heard they're back. Well, this is the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood. So got the 5-2 win last night. Milestones for McDavid. Couple goals from Roslovic. I thought Savoy played well. Bouchard plays well. Jarry gets the win. As I was saying to Gager, second most blocked shots by the Oilers in a game this season. They practice today in Vegas. They visit the Golden Knights tomorrow, 7:30 game. So we'll have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show starting at 6:30, hosted by Tom Gazzola. He's on after the game for the postgame show. Some after practice comments today. Jake Wallman, defenseman, just commenting on last night and how well the Oilers played.
I mean, I think we've been building towards it, just kind of more of a commitment to team defense and getting the puck out of our own zone, stopping the puck, not letting them kind of cycle and get momentum. So, I think I just overheard Doc saying over there, it's when you're doing well, they got to make like 2-3 really good plays to get a look. So I think that's the goal. I think we can play like that more, and that's what makes us successful.
Yeah, good game. Kept Utah out of the dangerous areas for the most part. It's a performance that I think a lot of us are wanting to see more often from the Edmonton Oilers. Are they capable of doing it? I can't tell you that with any certainty. And quite frankly, I can't tell you that they can consistently play that way against the better teams in the National Hockey League. You look at some of the games they've played recently against good teams. Tampa Bay didn't go so well. Carolina didn't go so well. They were able to beat Colorado. Dallas didn't go so well. So if the better teams who can really bring it, or a team who has a really good night like Florida did, the Oilers haven't done well in those situations. So I'm still wait and see with the Oilers. I do think they can finish high up in the division because, as we've been talking about a lot, it's not a great division. But nonetheless, they did it. So you now got to hope that they can do it again. But I'm not quite totally sold on that quite yet. But nonetheless, that was good that they actually went out there and got a pretty important victory last night. Wallman talking about facing Vegas tomorrow.
A little extra motivation for those types of games, and it's not quite the playoffs, but it almost feels like that a little bit, and kind of a precursor to the playoffs. So I think we've matched up against them the last couple of years, and they've always been great games and tight. So I guess use it as momentum a little bit to probably see them later down the road at some point.
Well, possible. Here's what we got with the standings, right? They're still chasing Anaheim at the top of the division. The Ducks have 84 points in 71 games. Edmonton's 79 and 72. So, they do play on the weekend, but that's a pretty good gap for the Ducks here going into the final 10 games of the year. And the Oilers one up on Vegas. They have both played 72 games. If the Oilers win tomorrow in regulation and go 3 up on Vegas, I think Vegas is going to have to worry about looking behind them more than looking about trying to reel in the Oilers again. LA is not great, but they have 74 points. Vegas is not doing a lot lately. So, pretty important game tomorrow. As I think if the Oilers win tomorrow, they're probably going to finish second in the division. Yet again, I know they finished third last year. Chris Knobloch, coach of the team, thoughts on Vegas tomorrow?
Yeah, there's a lot on the line here, not only for making playoffs, but seeding, and maybe it's a home ice advantage situation hitting playoffs time. This is a team that's, I wouldn't say they're playing poorly. They're just finding it difficult to win games right now, and just for whatever reason that is. But they're a good team, and every time we play them, we've always got usually a good game.
All right, so that's that 7:30 game. Tomorrow, one of the good performances last night was put in by Matt Savoy. What a great effort on the shorthanded goal. We got the chance, got the puck back, gave it to Bouchard, gets it back from Bouchard, finishes the play. Knobloch on Savoy.
Well, I think he's smart. I think he's can find the ice, but he's also very skilled where he can make those plays. And you look at the play that he made on the shorthanded goal last night. Several good plays led to the goal that Bouch gave him the pass. But he's fast. He's not a liability defensively. He's responsible there. So I think he's got a lot of good attributes.
All right. Yeah, he's been a pretty good story, and the Oilers are going to need him to continue helping, especially with Leon Draisaitl out of the lineup. Some milestones for the Oilers last night. We're going to look at those and also where they stand sort of in league history. So you're kind of got a little quiz for me, Coob. I'm not sure exactly what you're going to do, but we'll do this later on.
Okay.
So just to tease it, you kind of got. It's not exactly trivia, but you're going to test my brain a little bit.
I'm going to see how knowledgeable you are on some NHL history.
Well, not very, I think.
Oh, I think you'll get a few names. I was doing this. After the game, I heard some of the stats. McDavid reached his 1,200 points. Evan Bouchard, another 80-point season, and there's some historic.
So, okay, don't tell me too much. All
things that reached there. Yeah, I had a good exercise, I guess, after the fact, trying to come up with some things post-game with my dad. We're riffing a little bit, brainstorming there. So it should be good.
Nixon says, how do you like Dickinson and Murphy so far, Reid? Both good. I probably would say I think Murphy has made more of an impact on the Oilers, and that's not to put down Dickinson, but I think Murphy has done more for me than Dickinson has. Not that Dickinson's been bad by any means. I think they've been both doing their job, but I just think Murphy has helped them sort of round out the D-core better. Let me ask Nixon and everybody else this. Has Murphy helped settle down Nurse at all? Like, is that pair starting to be something you feel you can trust when they're on the ice together? I want to know that from people as well. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can post in the nasty chat on YouTube as well. Again, if you're watching on YouTube and you have not already clicked the thumbs up button, please do so. We need 5 thumbs to get to 100, which is the bare minimum we want to get to every show. More on the Oilers in the National Hockey League as we move along. We do want to dive into a football story and get some perspective from Elks linebacker Joel Dublanko. The CFL Combine is coming up. I find these whole things very interesting. He went through it a couple of years ago, and he'll talk about just the Elks season, the off season, and maybe what he's looking most forward to here in 2026. That's all coming up.
Oilers have loaned James Hamblin to the AHL following his emergency call-up from last night. Hamblin took part in warm-up against the Mammoth, but sat out as a healthy scratch for the Oilers. Some news coming from Tampa. Victor Hedman is taking a personal leave of absence from the team. Tampa Bay has a dozen games left in the regular season as they take on the Kraken tomorrow. 2 games on today's NHL slate. Boston and Buffalo match up. The Bruins in the first wild card spot out east, leading the Senators by a single point, with Ottawa in wild card 2. From Toronto, the Rangers challenge the Maple Leafs. The Leafs are signing Dennis Hildeby to the AHL earlier today. Tipping off in the association, the Raptors challenge the Clippers. 8:30 start for that one. We also have the Thunder clashing with the Celtics as the Lakers visit the Pacers on a 12-game schedule. In baseball, Sportsnet has reported that Spencer Miles has made the Jays' opening day roster, with Leo Jimenez being designated for assignment. Toronto starts their season at home Friday against the Athletics. For opening day, just one game on tap. Giants and Yankees duke it out first pitch just after 6 o'clock. The Reid Wilkins Show returns following the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Jamie McLennan.
If Darnell is playing with confidence, if Jake Wallman is playing with confidence, that's what this team needs. That's what you're dying for, is puck movers who can skate and be physical. Both of those players are capable of that, and I think that's, if you can get some predictability in guys' games and with the players that they're playing with, you can develop that chemistry and you can work off of each other.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value, around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. So the Oilers practicing in Vegas today. They will play the Golden Knights tomorrow. Got that win against the Utah Mammoth last night. A little more on some of the Oilers' milestones and achievements from that game as we move along. We're going to go out to Marmot Basin for our ski report with Brian Rode a little bit later on as well. Of course, we'll have our words of the day. Can tell you that the CFL Combine is in Edmonton this weekend. And of course, despite the weather outside today, we are creeping closer to CFL training camps and the start of the new season. So to talk about that, some football and life and who knows what else, I'm pleased to be joined on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. It's Elks linebacker Joel Dublanko checking in. Joel, it's Reid. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, Reid. How you doing? It's awesome to be on. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I think that you currently are in a place where it's probably not snowing, though. You're not in Edmonton right now, right?
No, but I am down in Aberdeen, Washington, and it's been stormy, rainy, everything. So normally up in Olympia, we got a house up there, but we're down here with some family right now. So
okay, well, thanks for making time for me. I got to ask you first. Well, I got a few things I want to talk about with you. You're from Washington, right? You were a Seahawk early in your career. Yep. I hate to rub it in because we have some Rams and 49ers fans that listen to the show. I'm a Seahawks fan. Do you, even though like, do you still follow them? Did you cheer for them? Did you ever cheer for them? What do you think of the Super Bowl run?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because it was like a dream come true being with them, and a childhood dream and everything like that. But weird feelings when you get cut by them too, and you get promised things and the promises aren't kept. So it's a unique situation, but super glad to that they won. I mean, think about it. They've only won 2 ever, so might as well celebrate it when they do, right?
It was fun for me as a fan watching it, and I mean, I don't have to be as analytical about it as I would with like you guys or the Oilers, so I kind of was able to enjoy it. And one thing I liked was that they got a kick returner and embraced the kick return. They didn't have a fair catcher. They had an actual returner. And in the CFL, like you need an actual returner, like a Javon Leake or somebody, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And just the brand of football that they played. I mean, it wasn't, the highest scoring offense and all that and a bad defense. I'm more, I'm a defensive guy, so I love to see really good defensive play and, just all around, just complimentary football. So it's good, even on special teams, right? And sometimes in the NFL, that stuff can slip by a little bit, but, they took full advantage of it.
All right. And speaking of the Elks defense, I know athletes always look forward, but I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of perspective of last year because unfortunately, as it often has for the Elks, in these non-playoff years, it took a while to get that first win, and then you started to see some things gel, including the defense. All of a sudden, starting to get a key sack. Linebackers like you and some of your teammates making big tackles short of the first downs. The DBs like Ross and Ford all of a sudden to get more picks and more knockdowns. How do you kind of assess? I know you didn't make the postseason, but how do you sort of assess last year overall now that you've had a couple months to digest it?
Yeah, no, I think last year was just a lot of growing pains. I mean, I don't know. It's tough because, the clock is sped up because it's professional football and the expectation is to win and to win now. But coming in with, Killen being a first-time head coach, a whole bunch of, new guys in the office and a new scheme and everybody just learning how to trust one another and just continuing to build reps. I think when I look back to it, I think it was a huge growing year. Our whole thing is we got to start this year off with urgency. It's starting with our meetings right now, starting with, the way we've been attacking the offseason. And so I think that's what we've been preaching this whole time. And it's, essential for us to start off where we left off because, there can't be a few days where we're kicking the dust off or whatever. We gotta pick up rolling because we can't put the past few years I've been on here and it has been going for even longer, but we put ourselves in such a big hole. Yeah, we start playing good ball by the end of the year, but it's almost too little too late, and luckily we're in the CFL and you're always fighting for a chance and things can change so often, but why put yourself in a hole if you don't have to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spend the whole interview on this, but you guys were 1-6, and then you won 6 of your next 9. Like a 6-3 season, if you can do that in both halves, you're 12-6, right? So, and I mean, I look at some of those games in that 9-game stretch. You lost 2 games on the last play. Like you legitimately beat Calgary in the Labor Day rematch. You legitimately beat Saskatchewan, the eventual champion. You legitimately beat Winnipeg, who'd won the West 5 years in a row. Like, you weren't fluking out wins. Like, you were going toe to toe with some of these teams. So
absolutely. And to add, we were doing it with a lot of our backups too. We were dealing with so many injuries last year, and that's a part of it, right? You got to be able to adapt and respond, and I think we did. And I think in the long run, it's just translating into more depth and more experience for a lot of guys, and then we can add pieces as we go, some of that star power, because our 2s and 3s are pretty freaking good, and we showed it last year, me being one of them. And so, we're ready to come out firing this year. We're excited.
Yeah, well, it's nice to hear that. Nice to see the continuity from the management, the coaching staff.
Oh, man.
Cody coming back, Powell coming in, some of the defensive guys being re-upped. So that's pretty exciting. Joel Dublanko from the Elks joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. I usually ask players this, because I'm always curious about the off-season. I mean, certainly football's a violent sport, so I'm sure even the healthy guys are injured at the end of the year.
Right.
How do you budget your recovery and then your ramp up for the next season, both mentally and physically?
Yeah, I think speak to him last season, it was a lot more mentally taxing, just kind of not really finding the field on defense. And so I took a lot more time off than I did this offseason, I can tell you that. I was ready to go, a few weeks after the season. So, and I think being able to do that, I've just stacked so many more days than, you get a lot of guys that wait a while to get back into training, and everybody's different. This year, I was feeling so good, so excited, so motivated for the next season, and knew that it was going to be a turbulent offseason for me. I got a little baby, a baby boy, and had him a little over a month ago, and so that's been an exciting time, and it's looked a little different, but continuing to stack my days and lean on that training I did early on, and continuing to find ways to get better and better.
Is this your first child?
Yeah.
Okay, so how's fatherhood so far? You loving it? You see, you were smiling the whole time you were talking about him.
Yeah, no. It's been amazing. I mean, it's crazy. Everyone says it's a little different for the dad. Mom is carrying around the little guy for 9 months. So, but as soon as I saw him, it was just, I just started bursting into tears, and just like so much love and joy. And it's just really cool. And he's a big little guy. He's at 5 weeks, and he's pushing 13 pounds. So he's a big guy. But he's doing good, and we're super blessed and thankful. And it's just cool to see, even with my wife, right? Like her being a mom now, and it's just amazing.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Thanks for sharing that. Maybe a future football player, if he's got the size. You're a pretty big guy yourself, so that's pretty cool. The CFL Combine is coming up this weekend in Edmonton. You went through this, I believe, 2024. I think you went through it before the draft or event, like couple.
Yep.
Like, I think you'll understand what I'm saying here, Joel. Like, I know you're immersed in the football culture, so you got to just do things that you got to do to better yourself and go through the Combine. But I'm guessing there's probably also part of your brain that understands people turn on the Combine or see highlights and, well, why does this guy have to stand in his underwear and get measured and get his body fat with the pinchers? And then who cares how far Joel Dublanko or Justin Rankin can go in the long jump?
Yeah.
What was that whole date like? Is it a bunch of starting and stopping? Were you nervous? Like, what's it like going through the Combine?
It's a different experience for me, because I was kind of a couple years out of college and everything like that. So I had gone through, my pro day at Cincinnati and had that experience. And felt some of those nerves leading up to my 40 and that day and that morning and then the night before and everything. So I would say I was a bit more relaxed. I think I was pretty focused going into it. That's for sure. It was different though. We were in Winnipeg, and we did our bench and our vert at the hotel, and then we had to go to the field and like re-warm up and everything like that. And then the linebackers actually started at the L drill. Okay. So there's all these different drills, right? And then, but the last thing that we did was the 40. Okay. So, and we were behind the O line and the D line, and one, they're big boys, right? So they don't move as fast as other people. So and there's a lot of them. So they're slowly going through that, like the whole thing. I had to warm up again before my 40, and it's like 10:30 at night, and nobody like runs a 40 as the last thing they do. Right. You know what I mean? So it's okay. You know, there's a lot of mental, and I don't even know if anyone was really picking up on it, but I was like, this is not how it's supposed to be right now. But it went pretty okay for me, and I was super blessed by the experience. And you know, I think it's really important for, you know, the coaches and the guys to be able to get in person and see the guys. And, you know, it is pretty unique and a cool opportunity for a lot of these players to go and, you know, they put full pads on and everything like that. So that is very unique. And they have like a little mini camp too, right, to kind of put eyes on guys. And maybe, you know, in the Canadian like football, college football, you know, seeing it probably helps kids a lot, you know, to be able to compete against one another, and you know, have these coaches come and get eyes on them, and it's definitely, you know, it plays a huge role in the draft process, right?
Yeah. I'm curious. Did you get an interview with any odd questions? And I'm just going to tell you a quick story. So, I mean, the NHL does stuff like this too, right? So there was a gentleman here, played for the Oil Kings. His name's Jake Neighbors. He's now on the St. Louis Blues. He's a pretty good player. And I used to interview him when he was on the Oil Kings. And he said when he got interviewed by one of the NHL teams, they said to him, so you walk into a bathroom and there's a $50 bill on the floor and a $100 bill in an unflushed toilet. Which one do you go get? Like, did you get interviewed by the teams? Did you get any weird questions?
Not that I remember. Nothing that off the wall. Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a good one right there. What would your answer be?
Well, see, I would have said I would pick up the 50 because there could be germs in the toilet, and I need to keep myself healthy, so I'm available for the team and my teammates.
There you go.
Jake said I would get the bill out of the toilet because I'm not afraid to go to the dirty areas, which, as you know, in hockey is the corners and the front of the net where you're going to get hit a lot, right? So, sure. So I thought that was a pretty good answer. So
that's funny.
All right.
I think it's funny that it's an either or. I mean, it seems like as you're going like on your way to the bathroom, you're going to see it, you're going to pick it up, and then you go look in the toilet. Jeez, I just found 100 in here. So yeah, I'd go for that one too.
You got to get both. That's a good question. I guess you could just say
both.
Yeah, you could just say both because I want to win it all. I don't want to get to the conference final and lose. I want to win the cup.
What are we talking about? Yeah.
All right, before I let you go, thanks for doing this. You're a great interview. Now, I find that the guys, like the further people grow up in the United States, the more they know about Canada, right? Which means the more they know about hockey. So I don't know, like, have you become a Kraken guy? Did you, or when you're in Edmonton, are you just like, well, I have to follow the Oilers now, or are you not a hockey guy at all?
Well, no, I mean, I grew up with my grandpa being from Edmonton, so I'm an Oiler guy. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. People will like that.
Yeah, no, so I went to I've been to, you know, a bunch of games, and I think it was the first year. Yeah, the first year they went on my first year, you know, the first year, a couple years ago when they were on their first Stanley Cup run, I went to one of the finals games. Actually, the one that they're down 3-0, And then everyone was selling their tickets because they don't want to go to that game anymore. And then they destroyed them. And it was a freaking party in there. And I'm like, okay, this is like one of the coolest experiences of my life. But the bar is set pretty high right now. You know what I mean? The last game I went to was Stanley Cup final. So, but it's always a good time. I love going to an Oilers game.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that was that 8-1 game. I remember that one well. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys are going to be bringing people back into Commonwealth this summer, so I'm excited for that. Congratulations on the new addition to your family, and thanks so much for making time for us here in the offseason to catch up with you and tell some stories about the Combine. Really appreciate it. We'll see you down the road.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, and go Elks.
Right on. Joel Dublanko from your Edmonton Elks joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Good interview with him. Give us some off-season perspective. Great talk there about having a son and becoming a dad for the first time, and you can tell that he's looking ahead to the new season coming up. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tap 25 has the happy hour, $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. Available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. You can also find out more at rivercreeresort.com. Email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. You can chat with me and with other people in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Give us the thumbs up on YouTube if you haven't already. We are over 100 thumbs. So let's see how high we can go. Let's get a big number that we can brag to Jason Milne about when he's back in on Monday. All right. Goob, what's going on?
I have a limerick to read.
Uh-oh. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right, this one comes in from Dudley. The welder named Smitty kept firing. Let's try that again. The welder named Smitty kept firing. Each message more bold and more tiring. You're wrong, face the facts. Cue Reid snapping back with a tantrum. The whole show is admiring.
Oh, wow. That's really good. That's a very good limerick. Who's that from?
Dudley.
Oh, from Dudley. Yeah, I think Dudley's written in before, I think. That was good.
Oh, for sure.
That was good. Big Uke says, always great when Joel is on. We appreciate that. Uke, yeah, Dublanko was a good interview. Hopefully, this is what comes down from the Elks. Don't start the season 0 and whatever again, or 1 and whatever. Like, get some momentum going early, right? Where you got teams chasing you. The off-topic topic for William Huff, give us the synopsis for an episode of the Edmonton Sports Talk sitcom. Les says, during the... I'm just reading the first few words. I got to pull it together. During the offseason, Dusty acquires a chicken tender company as an EST sponsor, but it ends in scandal when it's discovered that the meat wasn't actually chicken. You have people picketing us. Hey, what are you selling my kids? This isn't chicken. Oh, well, they're just advertising. We don't know.
Wait a minute. Come on. Jodes in Bonneville saying, EST J-Milne loses his job at the glue factory and is forced to work with the uppity Reid. Hilarity ensues.
That's good. All right. Good stuff, guys. Tell you what, we're going to do some interesting Oilers facts, and NHL facts that people have maybe seen these around, but Coob said, Reid, I'm going to ask you about these, so don't look anything up. So I didn't. So it'll be it'll be an informative and sort of a bit of a quiz for me off the cuff. A little bit. But it's relative to some things, relevant, I guess, to a couple of things that happened with the Oilers last night.
Yesterday.
That's a fair way to put it. Mm-hmm. Words of the day coming up, too. I can tell you that we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. The wing flavor of the month until Wednesday, March 31st, Tuesday, so less than a week now. The wing flavor of the month at Canadian Brewhouse, creamy white cheddar, rich, cheesy, and smooth like your favorite white cheddar popcorn, but on a saucy wing. Try them before they're gone. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers have loaned James Hamblin to the AHL following his emergency call-up last night. Hamblin took part in warm-up against the Mammoth, but sat out as a healthy scratch. From Tampa Bay, the Lightning announcing that Victor Hedman is taking a temporary leave of absence from the team for personal reasons. The Lightning have 12 games left in the regular season, facing off against the Kraken tomorrow. Today's slate with 2 games sees Boston and Buffalo matching up as Toronto and the Rangers go at it. Bruins holding the first wildcard spot out east, leading the Senators by a single point with Ottawa in wildcard 2. And as I mentioned, the Maple Leafs and Rangers face off, both games going at 5:30. Tipping off in the association, the Raptors go at it with the Clippers, 8:30 start. Atlanta and Detroit hit the hardwood on a 12-game schedule that also sees the Lakers visit the Pacers. In baseball, Sportsnet has reported that Spencer Miles has made the Jays opening day roster, with Leo Jimenez being designated for assignment. Toronto starts their season at home on Friday against the Athletics. For opening day, just one game, Giants and Yankees duke it out first pitch just after 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. Buying or selling? Up next for Damon Bunting here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Hangout.
The expectation of that team was to basically get ready to go to, they should be relegated type thing. Mark Shapiro and Ross Atkins are the worst, and the Jays going to run and make it to the World Series. How are they going to handle the high expectations of being one of the favorites coming from the American League? Favorites of the American League in general. Are they ready for that?
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, hope you're having a great day. Is it Wednesday? Some people call that hump day.
Wednesday all day, baby.
What a humpback whales call hump day? Every day.
A normal day.
You're a camel?
Is every other day not?
Like if you went to up to a camel and be like, it's hump day, the camel would be like, yeah, every day.
Sometimes two.
Just thinking.
Double hump day.
Yeah, how do you know which camels have the one hump and which have the two?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Is it
because they store water, right?
Is it random or is it certain species of camel?
There's got to be a camelologist out there in the crowd.
Yeah, there's got to be somebody. Come on.
There's got to be a camel expert somewhere in the crowd. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Post in the nasty chat. Like, is it just you might have one hump or you might have two? You know, just like with humans, you might have your earlobe connected to your neck. You might not.
I think it's a different species here. This is one hump camels, the Arabian camel. I'm not going to pronounce the full name, but has a single bump and is primarily found in hot deserts of Africa and the Middle East.
Okay.
About 94% of the world's camel population is one hump.
Is a single hump camel.
And then for two humps, the Bactrian camel.
Yeah.
Of course, has two humps. Is native to the cold in the steppes.
Okay.
Of Central Asia.
So I believe that who had that? Was it Black Eyed Peas had My Humps as that song? I believe that song was about camels. Was it not?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was about. It's pretty sure it was about
My
camels.
humps.
Yeah.
My lovely lady humps.
Yes, it was about camels.
You could have a lady camel.
Yes, for sure. The off-topic topic for William Huff. Awanak, you got to submit one of these before you go. Write a TV guide synopsis for an episode of the EST sitcom. Trevor...
I have one.
I have some too.
You go with yours.
Yeah, we'll do them both.
Okay.
Trevor experiments with eye contact. Lieutenant Eric is pulled over with an expired license because he usually walks so much.
That would be an odd one. Yeah,
Trev doesn't like being looked at. Don't look at me.
He doesn't like looking at people.
He doesn't like being looked, especially strangers.
Especially strangers. Yeah. But he'd win any staring contest that he was in. One for you, Reid. Wilkins gets a surprise phone call and participates in a live broadcasted trivia show.
Oh my goodness!
Of some sort, maybe worded a little bit better, but you're good at the movie trivia
I'm not
here.
good at, so I have to walk around the office getting help.
Yeah, you have like a bug in your ear or something.
Around or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, I'm on this trivia show. Can I get time off, Maddie? Funny joke, Reid. Yeah. Okay, go do your job. Yeah.
Or I could go on Jeopardy and the categories are just things I know nothing about.
Camels,
children, recent animated movies. What's the MMA, the stuff you like?
Yeah,
just all these categories where I just know nothing.
And it's just you go there, you're so confident.
Yeah,
you study up on everything, and you watch old episodes of the game show as well. Jeopardy
music. I'm just I know nothing about any of this.
Yeah, and you show up and it.
Let's do buying or selling, presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Okay. What do you have for me, Coop? You
have a lot.
Some lists that we're gotta put out here. What's going on?
So... quite the historic night in the NHL, at least, specifically for the Oilers yesterday.
Okay.
And I'll start with the most major one. Of course, Connor McDavid getting his 400th goal.
Okay.
He had a couple. 401. Yeah. Now, with that goal, the Oilers become just the third franchise in NHL history to have 5 separate players score 400 goals for their club.
With that franchise, okay.
And the other 2 teams are original 6 teams, the Bruins.
And the Canadians.
And the Canadians.
So you want me to list all the goal scorers? Is there 5 per team?
Now, the Bruins actually have 6 total
have 6.
players.
The Oilers have 5.
5.
And how many do the Habs have?
The Habs also have 5.
Okay, so I got to get all of these.
Yeah, so 5 for the Habs, 5 for the Oilers.
So 400 goal scorers specifically for that franchise. Okay, I'll start with Edmonton. So McDavid, there's the freebie because it just happened. Gretzky.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you don't have the little dinger?
I do not have the ding.
Curry.
He is second all time in Oilers goal scoring.
Messier.
Actually, no.
Messier didn't score 400 goals?
With the Oilers, he did not score
Holy crap.
400.
Okay.
According to Quant Hockey.
Anderson. Well, you got to go to the hockey reference to do all the franchise leaders. Anderson?
Yeah. 417 for Anderson.
McDavid, Gretzky, Curry, Anderson. Is Draisaitl already there?
Draisaitl's third all time.
Draisaitl, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in franchise scoring for the Edmonton Oilers. So Wayne Gretzky in 696 games, 583 goals.
Okay.
Jarry second. Jarry, what am I saying?
Curry second, yeah.
Curry. Jeez, I saw. Okay. 474 for him. Draisaitl third, 434. Anderson with 417. McDavid with 401. Mark Messier just on the outside with 392.
He did not get to 400 as an Oiler. Okay, so I did okay. I got one wrong. All right, so 400 goals. So I'll do the Canadians next. They have exactly 5?
Exactly 5, yeah.
Guy Lafleur.
Yes.
Maurice Rocket Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a good one. Beliveau?
Yeah, he's third on that list.
Okay.
3 for 3.
400 goals with the Canadians. Steve Shutt?
Yeah, actually, yeah. He's fifth, 408 goals as a Canadian.
Okay, now who would be the other one? So I'm missing the fourth place guy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think it would be, no, it wouldn't be him. This is a good one.
It's
I'm going to say this guy just because he played a long time. I'll say Henri Richard.
He finished with 358 goals.
So that's wrong.
In over 1,200 games.
So,
now, this is a name that I struggle to pronounce at times.
It wasn't a Mahovlich, was it?
No. Not Mahovlich.
Who am I missing?
Pete Mahovlich was 21st in Habs goal scoring all time.
I must be missing someone obvious. Lafleur, Maurice Richard, Jean Beliveau.
This player played nearly 1,000 games, just under, for the Habs. He was born in 1943.
Okay, so he was in the 60s. Who am I missing? Is he Quebecer?
Yes, he was born in Quebec.
I'm missing somebody obvious.
Drummondville, Quebec. To be exact. 5'7", shoots left.
Cornwallis?
Yeah.
Yvonne Cornwallis, okay.
Yvonne Cornwallis.
Okay, I need a little bit of help with that one. Now, Boston had 6.
Boston had, yeah.
Okay, six players who, as a Boston Bruin, scored 400 goals. Okay, Phil Esposito.
That is correct. Second all time in Bruins goal scoring.
Busick.
Busick is first, 545 goals for him with the Bees.
Okay, Neely.
Cam Neely finished with 344. That's 8th all time.
I'm going to struggle with these Boston ones. Rattel
is not there in the top 10.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, well, I'm doing poorly. Middleton?
Rick Middleton is one of the 6th. He is actually 6th on the list with 402.
Okay. Marchand?
Mm-hmm. 4th. Over 1,000 games, nearly 1,100 games.
Okay, then I'm going to have to also say Bergeron.
Yeah, 427. Okay. And
I wasn't thinking about the current guys.
Well, there's one player that you're missing. Every other player that you named
Esposito,
for this Bruins team.
Esposito, Busick, sorry.
Has been Canadian. This player is not Canadian.
Oh, geez. Now I'm going to overthink it.
Might have just
not Pasternak. He's not there already, is he?
Oh, yeah. He's 5th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
419 goals, baby. Three away from tying Marchand. He's 8 away from tying Bergeron.
Because he was the same year as Draisaitl, wasn't he? Drafted?
I believe that's right. 496. Yeah, drafted 2014.
Yeah, okay. So Esposito. So what's the exact order? Busick, Esposito.
Let's see here. Busick, yes. Esposito, Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand, David Pastrnak, Rick Middleton.
Middleton's 6th. Okay.
And just outside, Ray Bourque, 395.
Who was a defenseman.
Yeah, over 1,500 games played, of course, for the Bruins.
Well, that was fun, Coop. You got something else for me?
Pretty intense.
Do when we get back? I want to tell people about something cool I did today, too.
Oh, well, Evan Bouchard did something very special, too.
Okay, we'll do that and fire it up after the 5 o'clock break.
Nice.
2 guys and a goalie.
If McDavid leaves in 2 years, Tampa Bay will be at the top of his list. Hire it or fire it.
I'm going to fire it. They're aging. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Kucherov will be a little bit older. Vasilevsky will be older.
40.
Hedman will be older.
Done.
In 2 years, are we going to be worried about San Jose taking Connor McDavid? 2 years?
I would say San Jose way.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
The Oilers have loaned James Hamlin back to the AHL following his emergency call-up last night prior to the game against the Mammoth. Hamlin took warm-up for the game, but sat out as a healthy scratch. Some news from Tampa Bay. Victor Hedman is taking a personal leave of absence from the Lightning. Tampa Bay with the 12 games left in their regular season schedule. They face the Kraken tomorrow. Today's slate, just a pair of games. Boston and Buffalo match up with the Bruins holding the first wildcard spot out east, leading the Senators by a single point as Ottawa sits in wildcard 2. From Toronto, the Rangers challenge the Maple Leafs. The Leafs is signing Dennis Hildeby to the AHL this morning. Both of those games go at 5:30. Tipping off in the association, the Raptors hit the hardwood against the Clippers at 8:30, while the Thunder clash with the Celtics on a 12-game schedule. In baseball, Sportsnet has reported that Spencer Miles has made the Jays' opening day roster, with Leo Jimenez being designated for assignment. Toronto starts their season at home on Friday against the Athletics. For opening day, just one game. Giants and Yankees duke it out. First pitch just after 6 o'clock. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3, the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Okay, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today. Go to playalberta.ca. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Jay's Play of the Day is up. I think it just went off the books, though. But I got SGA, I put it in for Jay, SGA 30 or more points, Adam Fox with a point for the Rangers, and Buffalo to win on home ice against Boston. So that's the play of the day. Hopefully you were able to sprinkle on that. Okay, Koob, you had something else for me to figure out, or some other stat you wanted to get out about the Oilers here? What's going on?
Well, Evan Bouchard, as much flack as he's gotten with his time as a member of the Edmonton Oilers, he just became the 15th defenseman in NHL history to record multiple 80-plus point seasons. And Reid, I wanted you to name the other 14.
So just multiple 80-plus point seasons by a defenseman.
Just multiple. Doesn't have to be back-to-back.
So
could have happened in their first
Bouchard's
year.
one of them. Okay,
Bouchard is one.
All right, so you want me to go?
Okay.
This is not a setup. You did not tell me you were going to ask me this.
No, I told you not to learn anything.
Okay.
Going blind. It's a bit of a pop quiz for sure.
Bobby Orr.
That is correct.
Paul Coffey.
Paul Coffey is obviously correct.
Phil Housley.
Phil Housley. I like the guess, and you are right.
Okay. Bouchard or Coffey, Housley. So defenseman with 80 or more point seasons. Oh, this is a good one. Makar?
Makar has 3.
He's done it.
In his career.
Okay, so I'm 4 for 4. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got to think, though, which is not always easy for me to do. Lidstrom?
Now, that's one name I thought would be up there. He only had one 80-point season in his career.
Okay, so that's wrong. Well, people are helping me in the nasty chat. If I saw something, can I say it?
Yeah.
Shamu's. I think Shamu is now. Project Dumpling is being a wiseacre. He put in Josh Brown. I'm not officially guessing that. Shamu's helping me out. Brian Leach.
Yep. Shamu.
Okay,
is right.
Zubov.
Sergei Zubov. He did not record an 80-point season.
Okay. Scott Niedermayer.
Scott Niedermayer. Or Zubov had one. Niedermayer is not on the list of 15.
Al McInnes.
Al McInnes had 4.
Okay.
80-point seasons.
Oh, man. This is a good one. Randy Carlyle?
Randy Carlyle is not on the list.
Carlisle's wrong. Okay. I went away from the nasty chat. So if you can tell you what, people, you can help me. I saw the one message for Leach. If you want to help me in the nasty chat, I'll try on my own for a couple more minutes. Okay, and then I'll go into the nasty chat. That fair? Because I'm going to probably stall at some point. Or
there's a few of these that are quite difficult.
Well, yeah. Larry Robinson? I don't think so.
Larry Robinson.
But I'll say it.
Oh, shoot. Lost the list for a second here. Larry Robinson is correct.
Oh, he did have 2. Okay. And you said Carlisle was a no, right?
Yes, he had 1.
So Larry Robinson did do it. How about Larry Murphy?
Larry Murphy, yeah. He had 2 as well.
Okay.
2 80-point seasons.
I got my momentum back a little bit here. I got 9 out of the 15, counting Bouch, which was the freebie.
Right.
Okay. I guess I'll take a stab at this guy. Quinn Hughes?
Quinn Hughes has only had 1.
He's only had 1
so far.
So not quite.
92 points for his career high.
Who am I missing here? Trying to think of Chelios?
Chris Chelios is incorrect.
Yeah, he didn't
Now, there's one of these names that had 10 seasons in the NHL with 80 or more points.
As a defenseman?
As a defenseman.
And it wasn't Bobby Orr or Paul Coffey? So
Yes.
I'm missing a super obvious one then.
There's one who's an all-time legend as well. We may have chatted about him at some time or some point in the show.
In this show?
He may have came up.
Great. I'm already forgetting.
He did play for the Bruins.
Oh, Bork, of course.
Ray Bork, yeah.
God, that's bad. I didn't get that one earlier. Now, the other 5 I might struggle with here. I assume I've seen them all play. They're all in my lifetime.
Yeah, one of these players.
There's not any other Pronger? I don't think so.
No, there's no other Oilers or former players who were.
So I need
their careers were.
So I need the 5 other defensemen who had multiple 80-plus point seasons in their careers.
One of these players won a Stanley Cup playing against the Edmonton Oilers.
Playing against the Edmonton Oilers.
They met in the final back-to-back years.
Oh, Potvin.
Yeah, Dennis Potvin.
I see Potvin and Bork. I feel shame for not getting.
Well, see, for trivia like this, some of the most obvious ones don't come to mind.
I should have got.
Try and dig deep.
I said Scott Niedermayer, right? He was a no?
Yeah. Now, a couple of these. One player is related to. He played with his dad.
Mark Howe?
Mark Howe had 280 point
No way.
seasons.
Okay. I don't think I ever would have got Mark Howe.
I know.
The higher scoring era, right? So that's why I'm trying to think back to guys I watched in the 80s, like Housley, Carlisle. Carlisle was
with
wrong.
the Flyers in 85, 86,
There's
he
gotta
had
be
80
some-
points. Hartford Whalers.
There's obviously some high scoring defenseman, probably from the 80s or early 90s, that I'm missing.
What can I tell you about this guy? Born in 1964, played 17 years in the NHL, a Stanley Cup champion once, played for the Flames.
Suter?
Gary Suter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's a player who...
I'm going to take a stab at one here.
Okay.
Al Iafredi.
Al Iafredi, I like the guess, but he is not.
He's not on there. Okay.
They're on that list of 15
Gary
NHL
Suter.
defensemen.
Is anybody active?
There are 2 active.
The other 2
or
guys?
the
2 left, are they active
players? Yeah. So okay, I'll say this: Bouchard is one of 4 defensemen since the 2005-2006 NHL season to have multiple 80-plus point seasons. You named McCarr.
Oh, okay.
But these other 2 players.
I'm looking in the
still
nasty chat.
playing.
Eric Carlson?
Yes.
Yeah, I should have got
Twice.
him.
He had 100 points and then another strong season
So
there
Murphy,
as well.
Bork, and Eric Carlson, I feel shame. What else are people guessing?
He's been
okay.
hot
I'll say this one. Rob Blake.
No.
Wouldn't be Salming. Somebody said Salming. I don't think
Salming's not correct. There's
Gonchar?
No. One of these
I don't
players
think anybody in the
was
chat has it either.
There is a connection, I guess, just adjacent to the Oilers with this next player. He was on the same. A current Oiler was on the same team for a very long time with this defenseman.
A current Oiler was on this guy's team
for quite some time.
Well, that could be.
And they're quite impactful together. Not that they played every single shift together.
So they
former
were,
teammate of Shea Weber.
They were D partners? Oh,
Shea Weber.
Yossi?
Roman
Yossi.
Yossi.
Okay, Yossi.
That one surprised me. They're the most.
It's hard to get 80 points, and in this, the scoring's back up in this era. But okay, so these are the 15 defensemen who have had multiple 80-point seasons: Bouchard, Orr, Coffey, Housley, McCarr, Leach, McInnes, Robinson, Murphy, Bork, Potvin, Howe, Suter, Carlson, and Yossi.
And there's only 8 defensemen all time with 3 seasons with 80 or more. It's Phil Housley, Brian Leach, Cale McCarr,
and Orr,
McInnes, Potvin, Orr, Coffey.
Sorry,
and
what's
Bork.
this list you're giving me now?
With 3 seasons with 80 plus points.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's, just 3 with 6 or more, or Coffee and Bork with 10. The only player to have 10, or NHL defenseman to have 10 80-plus point seasons is Ray Bork.
So he has more than Orr, actually. Well, I guess Orr didn't play
He has
as
more
long.
than Orr. Coffee has 9.
That's a good list. That's fun.
Yeah.
Everybody take that home. Do trivia with your family tonight. That's pretty good.
Nice little bit.
Good stuff. I feel as if I did okay. I think I did better on the goal scorers list. I was glad I got Larry Robinson. I was glad I got Housley. I should have, and I was glad I got Murphy. Bork and Potvin, I'm disappointed I didn't get. That wasn't good. All right. Let's get fired up here for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. So earlier today, Coob, I went on a podcast with 4 young guys, 4 university students. They are all on the lacrosse team at Chowan University, which is in North Carolina, kind of northeastern North Carolina. It's not right on the ocean, but it's fairly close, and it's almost in Virginia, okay? So a guy named Reid contacted me, R-E-E-D, and he said it's him and 3 buddies, and Reid is from Sherwood Park, okay? He has another buddy, Seth, who's from Edmonton, and then another one of their teammates, Owen, is from Calgary, and they're all playing lacrosse in North Carolina. And then they have another buddy and teammate named Thomas, who's from Maryland.
Okay.
So they are, 3 of the Canadian guys, 2 of them are Oilers fans. And for some reason, they decided to contact me to go on their podcast. They call themselves the Core 4 podcast. I think they've done 2 or 3 episodes. So they said, will you come on with us? And as I've told you, Coob, I rarely say no to an interview request. If for some reason someone wants to interview me, whether it's another radio station or a streaming station or guys like this just doing a podcast, I will always try to say yes. You know, like if they want to do it during my show, then I can't. But generally I say yes. Because I'm like, why not? If they had the gumption to send me a message and they're trying to put out content, who am I to say no to them? I'll do it.
Very accepting.
Yeah. I'll do it. So I went on with these guys. They were really fun. We taped it at 1 today. And like they like the NHL. They like the Oilers. I felt a little bad because the guy, so they asked me some Oilers questions. Well, they asked me about EST, about joining EST, tell them about EST. So, of course, I said how great it is here. Sort of gave a short version of me coming to work here and the show starting. And then they asked me a couple of Oilers questions. And then I felt a little bad because the guy named Thomas, because they said, we'll ask you some football questions. So I was like, yeah, I'll roll with whatever. So Thomas, who's from Maryland and cheers for the Ravens, asks me about the Max Crosby situation. And I said, Thomas, I'm not going to BS you. I don't know enough about it to give you a right answer. But I can tell you about being a football fan this year. So I just talked about the Seahawks winning and how I've talked about it on the show and how, kind of when it got into late November, I started thinking they might be able to do it, right? And then I just kind of sort of put myself in the mindset of just try to enjoy it because this might be a championship team. And I said, I've really only kind of felt that way twice. And I felt that way with the 2015 Eskimos. Like Riley came back from injury. They were 6-4. They didn't lose another game, and it's just, you're just enjoying it. And I told the story about how they fell behind 13-0 in the Grey Cup against Ottawa. And it was like, well, I still think they're going to win. Like they were that good. So I told that story. So I may have totally disappointed this guy. So then this gentleman named Reid, who's on there, says, yeah, I was kind of happy to see Trevor Harris and the Riders get a Grey Cup. And I said, there is nothing about the Saskatchewan Roughriders' success that could ever make me feel good. So I said...
And they're Edmonton guys from the area. Well, Calgary.
Two Edmonton area, a Calgary, and a guy from Maryland. So especially the guy from Calgary really laughed when I took a shot at the Riders. So I said to Thomas, the American guy, I said, I don't know if these other guys have told you about Riders fans, but I said, imagine somebody who's a vocal supporter of both the Cowboys and the Yankees, but is even more annoying. That's a Riders fan.
Oh, wow.
Is that a fair description? Is that over the top? Is that off the top rope?
You try and put it parallel to, I guess,
Something
an
he
American
could
fan.
understand,
Like,
yeah.
He asked you about Max Crosby. There's a different market for that, so you have to put it in terms that he can understand.
I felt bad, but there's nothing I can really offer on Max Crosby.
No.
Like I'm not immersed in the story. There's nothing I could say. I have no inside knowledge or perspective.
Well, then
so I just talked about football teams that I liked.
Yeah.
And then I took some swipes at the Riders, and then then they asked me the American guy asked me a question about the Olympics, and is that going to help grow hockey's exposure around the world? And I gave my answer. International hockey is a bit of a paradox because there really aren't that many countries in the world that play hockey, and then even fewer. Because I said, look, the World Cup's going to be this summer. 48 teams. Like, would you say, I don't know, is Wannick still here?
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Like, Wannick, how many teams could legitimately win the World Cup? 20? 15? You think it's that small?
8, he's saying. Wow.
Okay, he says 8 to 10. So if that's a higher percentage of teams that could win an Olympic gold medal in hockey.
Yeah, there's 2 to 4?
Right.
The big 4?
So anyway, so I talked about that, and I said it was. I don't know if will the Olympics help hockey grow around the world. I don't know, but having tournaments like that are going to help people who like hockey like it even more to get best on bench events. But what did the three of you, me and Jay, say after the gold medal game? For a lot of the world, probably even a lot of Europeans, probably a lot of people in Asia, the next time they will watch a hockey game is the next Olympic gold medal game. In 4 years, which is fine.
And the biggest moment.
They watch it and enjoy it. They got to see the States win, whatever.
At least they're tuning in.
Yeah. So they asked me about that and asked me some Oilers stuff, and it was a good chat.
So are they also on, like, did they do video? Did you have to connect
it was on video. It was all five of us on video. Yeah, they're going to put it up on YouTube. I watched some of their stuff. Usually if somebody asks me to do something, I might check out their channel just to make sure they're legit and they're not actually Nazis or something like that.
Yeah,
or going to try to trap me or make it uncomfortable. But if they're legitimately putting out content and they're trying and they're having a good time, I'll go on.
So, and this isn't a part of their schooling. They're just a part of the lacrosse team doing this.
Yeah, they're just 4 guys who like sports and wanted to do a podcast.
Why not, man?
Why not do it?
Get it in there.
Yeah, it's Chowan. People can look it up. It's Chowan University, Chowan. I think, is it Murfreesboro, North Carolina? Is that the town?
Yeah, Murfreesboro, North Carolina.
Which it does not look like it's a big place.
No, it does not look big. Fall 2022, it said under 1,000 students.
But how big is the city?
As well? Let's see. Population. It's coming up here
of Murfreesboro, right?
Yeah, just over 173.
So it's Saskatoon ish, smaller than Saskatoon. Mm-hmm. So the guys Sherwood Park's basically part of the Edmonton area. So anyway, it was fun. I enjoyed doing that. It's kind of, I got to admit, it's kind of an honor to be asked. That's why. Like, why would I say no? Like, if they think I'm going to add something, then I'll go on and help them out.
Sure. Well, these guys from North Carolina who are, a couple of them Edmontonians and Albertans, few of them. It's quite the story to be like, hey, and this Reid Wilkins guy, did they say anything about, like, I assume they are aware of you. They're
I think
Oilers
the two
fans.
Edmonton guys probably been knowing me for a few years, I would guess. I don't think they're just randomly like, oh, this guy's on Edmonton Sports Talk. I didn't ask, but I would assume they grew up with me, as I'm hearing more and more people say. Somewhat alarmingly. Good old Unc Reid. Yeah, they had Unc Reid on the show. And I didn't know enough about the Max Crosby situation.
No, come on, brah.
St. Nolan from Fat Albert says, half my family are Rider fans from Saskatchewan. I got a soft spot for him. Shoot me. I don't care. Oh, my goodness. We're not gonna shoot you. I have Rider fans who are friends, too. But, I mean, I got to give them a hard time.
Well, we have one near and dear to us right at Edmonton Sports Talk.
LTE.
Yeah. Has a tattoo.
Well, LTE's from Saskatoon.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And he's not as loud as Yankees and Cowboys fans.
No, he's pretty good. He's a passionate Riders fan, but yeah, he doesn't crow too much.
Doesn't gloat.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Casino Dealer Jay says that's good to know that podcasters can invite you on. Yeah, let's not go overboard now, everybody. Get 15 invitations.
Yeah.
And I prefer if it's a sports-themed podcast.
Sure, it's not just
Don't invite me on your muffin baking podcast. I will have little to offer.
Yeah, our Camel trivia podcast. Wouldn't really know much about it.
We should start one. Les sending in a limerick to read at edmontonsportstalk.com. The show began with Reid exasperated. Frequent I told you so's had him quite frustrated. Not your punching bag. Take this finger wag. Can Reid spell and define carunculated? Well, I can spell it now because you wrote it out. I don't know what carunculated means.
Carunculated?
He's
not words of the day yet.
Carunculated. What would that mean? You can give it to me in a sentence, Scoop.
Still trying to find it here. Hold on.
That's
Carunculated.
That's a made-up word.
That's got to be made up. In a sentence? Okay,
just tell me the definition.
Means having a caruncle, which is a small, fleshy, and often brightly colored wattle-like growth or bump on the skin of some birds.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. Or an outgrown
That's amazing.
Or an outgrown on certain seeds.
That's intense. So it's a little growth on something, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town this hockey season, our house is your arena. We still have words of the day coming up. Oilers are in Vegas. They're going to play the Golden Knights tomorrow. The GCL Diesel pregame show with Tom Gazzola will be at 6:30 tomorrow night. Ski reports coming up. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers have loaned James Hamblin to the AHL following his emergency call-up from last night. Hamblin took warm-up against the Mammoth, but sat out as a healthy scratch. Some news from Tampa. Victor Hedman is taking a temporary leave of absence from the Lightning for personal reasons. The Lightning, with 12 games left in the regular season, drop the puck against the Kraken tomorrow. Today's slate, just 2 games. Boston and Buffalo matchup in just a moment. We also see the Rangers and Maple Leafs duking it out. Puck drop scheduled for 5:30 for both of those games. The Bruins hold the first wildcard spot out east, leading the Senators by a single point as Ottawa sits in wildcard 2. Tipping off in the association, the Raptors challenge the Clippers at 8:30 for the nightcap. 3 games are live right now, with the 76ers up 23-17 over the Bulls. About 4 minutes left in the first. At that same time, the Lakers up by 8 over the Pacers. In baseball, Sportsnet has reported that Spencer Miles has made the Jays opening day roster, with Leo Jimenez being designated for assignment. Toronto starts their season Friday at home to the Athletics. For opening day, just 1 game on the schedule. Giants and Yankees have first pitch just after 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Sather Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at satherreidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Brian Rode up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The oil stream.
How much are you reading into anything that he said? Yes, you don't see a lot of other teams, guys, praise the other coach as much as he did. But as Tommy mentioned, he's played for Cooper. Yep. I think anybody who's played for Cooper probably understands how good he is at his job and how he's probably better than your coach. I mean, that's usually how it would work in that situation.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Goodwill is...
One shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Love the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy? Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host. Join us April 14th at Ballinscona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction. A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of kids sport. No whistles, no play clock, just a room full of generous hearts. EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com. Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
All right. I have, if for some reason you cheer for the Colorado Avalanche, I have some good news for you. Colorado Avalanche have now played 70 games. They are 47, 13, and 10. Okay? So, Koob, what? That's 12 games remaining. They've played 70.
Mm-hmm.
They have 47 wins. So, if they win all their remaining games, what will they get to? 59?
59.
All right. That's good because the last three teams to win 60 games didn't win the Stanley Cup. Detroit Red Wings, 95-96, won 62 games. Lost in the conference final to the Avalanche. Tampa Bay Lightning, 2018-2019.
Got swept.
They won 62 games. Got swept by, remember
Columbus
who?
Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets. Boston, 22-23, won 65 games. Yeah. Most ever. 823 points percentage. Remember what happened to them?
They got kicked to the curb.
By? Well, it was a close. They were up 3-1.
I'm trying to remember now.
Well, it's a team very much hated here in Edmonton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was an obvious one.
They played the Panthers in the first round.
Yeah.
They played the Panthers in the first round. The Montreal Canadiens in 76-77 won 60 games and won the Stanley Cup. But the last three teams, well, the only other teams to win 60 in a season didn't even make the Stanley Cup final, and two of the three lost in the first round.
Now they can't win 60.
Now they can't win 60,
But they can win
so they're going to be
59.
fine. They could win 59. That's all I can tell you. All right, into the final half hour of the show. Hope you're having a great day. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We're at 118 thumbs. Let's push for at least 130, which will be pretty fun. We do have the Marmot Basin Ski Report. Don't forget about the Marmot Escape Card. You can ski for half price every day. Get it at skimarmot.com for $99, or get 4 lift tickets for the family for only $329. Also, skimarmot.com. Great deal for families and only available online. We're always happy to talk with Brian Rode from Marmot. Brian, as you know, Jay usually handles this segment because he's the more knowledgeable guy. You're stuck with me today, but he's on holidays. How are you doing?
Oh boy, that's okay by me. I'm doing great. You know, it was a skiers and snowboarders delight today. This is exactly the day people look for. We got 20 centimeters of snow last night, and then probably another, I'd say 6 or 7 today. So very happy crowd on the slopes today, that's for sure.
All right. Well, you read my mind because that would have been my first question. Because as you know, here in the soft big city, we're all like, get rid of the snow. We can't take it anymore. But different.
Yeah, you got some snow there too, did you not?
Oh, we got a little bit, Brian. Yes, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to shovel a bit this morning though, but it was quite. Well, I say fluffy. I don't know if there's a better ski term for that, but is that the better sort of powder that you would prefer to get than the heavier, wetter snow?
Yeah, for sure. The drier snow is always a little bit better, easier to cut through, that kind of thing. And, you know, for ourselves and also our friends down in Banff, we're on the eastern slopes of the Rockies. So that's where the snow is the driest. And this stuff was quite dry, but it did have a bit of moisture in it. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because that's really good for the spring snowpack. So we're open to May 3rd. Conditions are great. You add on this snow that's got a little bit of moisture in it, and that really sets us up for a great what's left of March, April, and then the first weekend of May.
Yeah, so still almost a month and a half to get out there at Marmot, which is pretty incredible. Any special promotions or events coming up here over the next 6 weeks or so?
Well, you kind of mentioned the two big ones. You know, during spring break, we get a lot of families that are coming out. Of course, the kids are out of school, so that kids ski free 12 and under, and the family package. Those are really, really good deals for families. So check out the family package online, and if you got kids 12 and under, come to the ticket window, and that's how they get their free tickets. So that's valid all the way through spring break as well.
Now, I'm curious because like now we're into this. There's more sunlight. I mean, a lot of people will get out there and ski in December and January where it's dark at 4:45. You're going to be going till May 3rd. Like, that's a significant amount of daylight already. Like, do you have people go out there enjoying, like, the later sunsets out on the slopes till, like, 8, 9 o'clock?
Yeah, you know, not so much. They enjoy it in the afternoon with those sunny skies. What they do like is when you're off the slopes, you can head down to Jasper and it's light for hours. Remember, we're also right on the edge of the time zone, right? You drive a half an hour and now it's all of a sudden an hour earlier. So surprisingly it is, because I travel to Edmonton a fair bit, probably 20 minutes to half an hour longer the light here. So heading down in the valley, going for a bike ride, going for a walk in the sun is what a lot of people do after skiing.
Okay, that's really cool to hear. All right, so you're happy with those? Because it's kind of died out here. Are you still getting snow out there right now?
So the forecast is coming to fruition here. They said it was going to clear up a little bit this evening, and that's what's happening. It's not clear, it's just lifting, and then another 9 centimeters coming back in later tonight. We'll see if that happens.
9 centimeters? Oh, geez, okay.
Yeah, it's piling up. But then Friday, I hope this happens. It's going to be a sunny day, according to the forecast, and I know I'll be out there because I'm taking that day to go skiing.
Okay, awesome. So skimarmot.com, did I miss anything important?
No, I think that's it. Conditions are great, and spring break is coming up. We got some great deals, so see you out there.
Okay, Brian, thanks for making time for us. We'll talk to you soon.
You bet. Thanks, Reid.
Brian Rode, check it in, skimarmot.com. Yeah, they got it covered out there. They're thrilled with the snow. Going until May 3rd, which is pretty cool. Awesome to have Brian on the show on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. We've been having a lot of fun on today's show. Now, if you missed the start, if you were watching the start of the show, Coob, or maybe if you missed it or you've heard about it, I got a little animated with somebody who posted in the Nasty Chat. I just want to remind people, this is a show. And sometimes I put on a show. So if maybe you were offended by that, upset by that, I appreciate that. But I would say just remember it's part of the show, part of the back and forth sometimes we have with some of the characters who participate as listeners. There's no bad blood, no lingering anything. It's part of the show.
Maybe you're just hiding that by the fact you had to get something off your chest, Reid.
Or maybe I'm the Hulk.
Yeah.
Maybe I have rage issues.
Did turn a little red there. Well, you were getting really passionate. but that's true. I mean, excuse me. The first thing we're taught in radio school when I took it at Nate just a few years back now. I've almost been here longer actually than I have been in school.
You're getting old.
2 years is coming up for me,
You're getting
Reid.
to be an unk.
Yeah, I am close to being an unk, Reid. 22, it's only going down from here. But one of the first things they stress is you have to be excited when you talk in the mic, right? I mean, it was a bit of a different situation, but you can't come on here and be like, yeah, well, that Oilers game was pretty good, eh?
You gotta have energy.
You gotta bring the energy. Yeah.
You gotta be yourself. You gotta roll with it. You gotta lean into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you did just that. Performance of the year, perhaps.
Well, I don't know about that. But it has been a pretty fun show. Even though that maybe didn't seem fun. Trust me, I was having fun. And then we had our William Huff off-topic topic. Give us the synopsis of an episode of the Edmonton Sports Talk sitcom, like a little blurb they'd put in the TV guide. The 55-yard line chiming in. Reid goes on a hunger strike at a local stadium to save a historic yard line. Coob meets the Reclaws.
The Reclaws.
You know who the Reclaws are? The Reclaws. They're that band. Isn't it a brother and a sister? Their last name's actually the Walkers. Reclaw is that backwards.
Oh, really? Well, Reclaws. Are they a country?
Well, they did one of the CFL songs or, whatever it was called. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they did the...
Hold on to the night. Here comes the night. The night is special. Something like that.
Seemed like a pretty cool duo.
Yeah.
I like that song. Not a big country
55-yard line. 55-yard line really upset about its upcoming lack of existence.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen there.
Mike, the Michigan fan, says, I'm still offended Reid hates the Red Wings jerseys, but I will get over it one of these years. Well, I don't hate them. I just find them kind of boring. Like the logo's clever or whatever. Other than that, it's just all red.
For the Red Wings?
Yeah. There's not much to it. It's lower down on my rankings. I don't know what to tell you, Mike, the Michigan fan. I'm an opinionated man.
What do you think about the Mammoth logo, though?
It's okay. It's Tusky.
Yeah, there's a.
Is that what they're? Is that their mascot?
Tusky. Yeah. Tusks.
I think they're fine.
Their hashtag.
Yeah, I think they're fine. The colors are fine.
Their colors
it's just fine.
Just right in the middle.
Yeah, I can't remember where they were still Utah HC when we did our rankings last year.
Yeah, that logo was not very exciting.
Oilers practice today. Pretty happy about how they played last night. Here's Jake Wallman.
I mean, I think we've been building towards it, just kind of more of a commitment to team defense and getting the puck out of our own zone, stopping the puck, not letting them kind of cycle and get momentum. So, I think I just overheard Doc saying over there, it's when you're doing well, they got to make like 2-3 really good plays to get a look. So I think that's the goal. I think we can play like that more, and that's what makes us successful.
Vegas coming up tomorrow night, 7:30 game. So we will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6:30 tomorrow night, hosted by Tom Gazzola. He'll set you up for that one. And, of course, he'll be on after the game for the postgame show. All right, we're going to dive into words of the day when we get back.
The Oilers loaned James Hamblin to the AHL following an emergency call-up before last night's game against Utah. Hamblin took part in warm-up down south, but sat out as a healthy scratch. In today's slate, there's 2 games, both of which are live about 5 minutes into the first period. Bruins Sabres knotted at 0s. It's also goose eggs on the board between Toronto and New York as the Rangers battle the Maple Leafs from Toronto 2 minutes into the game. Down south, in Tampa, the Lightning, they've announced Victor Hedman is taking a temporary leave of absence from the team for personal reasons. Lightning, with a dozen games left on their schedule, face the Kraken tomorrow. Tipping off in the association, the Raptors hit the hardwood against the Clippers at 8:30. Few games live right now. Heat up 5-0 early on the Cavaliers. The Hawks with a 40-33 lead over the Pistons. 9 minutes left in the second, while the Lakers have a 19-point cushion over the Pacers. 10 minutes left in the middle frame. For opening day of baseball, it's the Giants and Yankees duking it out. First pitch for that goes just after 6 o'clock. Words of the day up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Afternoons.
Michael Bradburn from The Score. A lot of the outlets have them going for the three-peat. They're the early betting favorite to win the World Series. How do you see the Los Angeles Dodgers this season?
So it's like 50-50, right?
Okay.
Like, which is crazy to say about baseball. You're not supposed to be able to repeat in baseball easily. They're exceptionally good. They added Kyle Tucker. Betting against them is pretty foolish.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. You can text us 780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, turning 20 this year and celebrating big with over $1 million in prizes. 10-month-long promotion going on until October 26th. Going to be 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. rivercreeresort.com. Awesome stuff there. We had a lot of good texts today, eh? The off-topic topic really went well.
Some days it's...
I have a couple more.
Oh.
I have one more. So this was the synopsis out of the TV guide for an episode of the Edmonton Sports Talk sitcom. Tom gets locked inside Roger's place. Owanek has to babysit his nieces and nephews at work.
Oh. Which way is that going to go?
Well,
is there any connection? And I love these because they could be just two separate stories in the one episode, or they all
It could
connect.
be. That's right. Those could be connected.
Like I always think, I guess for me, the most recent sitcom series I watched from beginning to end was Seinfeld, right?
Yeah.
Is it kind of that approach to it as well? Brett near Lacombe coming in. EST learns that YouTube Trev is actually 11 years old and has a fake ID. EST is crushed by a hefty fine, and it turns out the whistleblower was a sunglass wearing Bob Stauffer lookalike.
Oh my goodness. That's deep. That's a good one. Okay. That's really good.
Oh, that might be on the DVD special of the EST sitcom.
Yeah, there'd be an extended cut.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. Edmonton Public Library has their Intellectual Freedom campaign. EPL won't tell you what to read, just where to find it. Intellectual freedom is your right to read, watch, listen, and explore ideas without barriers. Learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
It's been tough sledding for you this week so far.
Yeah, have I got over 2 on anything? Just been failing at everything.
No, you got 1.5 out of 4 yesterday.
That's under 2.
It is under 2. Under 50%. And I'm quite confident in your abilities today.
All right, thank you, baby.
That, but I truly mean it this time. Or maybe I don't.
Maybe you're giving me a false sense of something. All right.
Who knows? Okay, your first word is sacrilegious. Sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious. SACRIRELIGIOUS. Sacrilegious.
You said SACRIR?
Oh, I messed it up, yeah.
There's only one R in sacrilegious, Reid.
Oh, it goes straight in. Oh,
yeah.
I wrote sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious?
Okay, I messed it up.
Oh, shoot. Are you rushing? Are you nervous?
I was rushing. No. Are you rushing or are you dragging?
Dragging.
But I think I know what it means. Sacrilegious is something that is sort of extremely forbidden or inappropriate. Like on Game 7, for the Game 7 watch party between the Oilers and the Flames, Dan wore his Flames. It was sacrilegious to see Dan in his Flames jersey with all his Oilers friends.
Dun, da, da, da. Sacrilegious describes actions or speech showing deep disrespect, contempt, or profanation toward sacred people, places, or objects.
Yeah, I think I more or less.
Yeah, that's a.
Guys, what did I say? Extremely inappropriate. Isn't that what I said?
That's a sin.
I messed up the spelling. It's just sacrilegious. I put an extra R and an I in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 1 out of 2. I can still get 3 out of 4 today, which would be a good day.
Still could. Yeah. Sacrilegious. SACRILEGIOUS. The second word of the day. 1 for 2 so far through the first word. It's fuchsia. Fuchsia is the second word of the day for Reid Wilkins. Fuchsia.
FUSCIA. Fuchsia.
FUSCIA?
Yeah. Is that wrong?
That is incorrect, Reid.
Okay. What is it?
It is FUCHSIA.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that as well.
I believe this is a shade of pink.
Ooh. I'm going to give that to you.
Yeah.
I had to think about it.
It isn't.
It is int. No, it is yes and no because there's 2 definitions, okay? So a shrub that has those colors, 2 contrasting colors, that is a fuchsia as a shrub, but it is also a vivid purplish red-like color. From the fuchsia flower.
I don't know if
but fuchsia pink, is that not a thing?
Yeah, I don't.
Fuchsia pink.
Maybe I
a vivid, bright, purplish red color.
0.25 or something.
No, fuchsia is a color.
It's a color, but I didn't.
Like there's army green.
I didn't quite identify the exact color.
Well, the definition that I was using was not the one. I know.
That was another poor performance by old Wilkins. What can
two
you do?
definitions. What I gave you a word
it's not
with
a full
multiple
point,
definitions.
though. I don't think it's a full point.
Okay.
Well, we'll see.
1.75
Okay, that's fine.
out of 4.
Good, you did a great job today. Tomorrow, Luke Gazik is on the show. Jason Smith, Oil Kings head coach, is on the show. They have a playoff game, first playoff game on Friday. I think Dustin Nielsen's going to be on the show tomorrow. On behalf of Zach Kubish, I'm Reid. Have a great night.